Yes, indeed. Though he died, he was buried, he laid in a grave, but he arose on the third day. And because he lives, we can face tomorrow, no matter what tomorrow brings. With him in our boat, we will smile at the storm. Welcome to a brand new morning. Friday, August 21, 2026, 33 after 6.
When the clouds unfold their wings of strife, when the strong ties lift and the cable straight, will your country all burn? We have an uncle. We have an uncle that keeps us all.
Celestine Donko with a bobobo flavor, fusing your favorite hymns. What a powerful composition. She did this one with a bevy of minstrels. Tembalami, PSC Esther. One of my favorites, Uncle Ato, together with Zaza Moketi. You know Zaza? Yeah.
Are you connected to the rock? I said fast into the rock.
Thank you, Celestine, for this beautiful piece of work, reminding us to go back to the ancient parts. And that's why we're bringing you Business Sense this morning. It's a fusion of things. Jeremiah 6:16, it says, this is what the Lord says. Stand at the crossroads and look. Ask for the ancient paths. Ask where the good way is and walk in it. And you will find rest for your souls. But you said you will not walk in it. Stand at the crossroads and look. Ask for the ancient paths. Ask where the good way is and walk in it. And you will find rest for your souls. But you said you will not walk in it. This is the best time to be around. With innovations, technology, AI, information abounds. Innovation is not in want. But we seem to be losing our very core and ethos, our very values. We seem to be losing our identity. There is an evolution of the African personality, but this evolution must be grounded in the values of the African. So stand at the crossroads and take a look. Ask for the ancient paths. There must be a beautiful fusion of the ancient path with modern technology. We must not wash away every good in our society in the name of modernity. That's why we love what Celestine Donko has done with our ancient hymns, with our, solid bobobo sounds, adding some contemporaneity to it, and making it relevant. That's the whole point of relevance. Marrying culture with modernity, not one against the other. This morning, welcome to a brand new show. Business Sense brought to you by Absa Bank. Charlie, don't let borrow me small coins ruin long-term relationships. Say yes to that I can afford it feeling with an Absa credit card. With an Absa credit card, you get up to 55 interest-free days, flexible limits, free card swipes, and nationwide acceptance to pay now, sort out later. Visit an Absa Bank branch to apply for an Absa credit card today. Your story matters, Absa. We'll get into the news review in a bit. Zonda Tech is proud to be associated with the newspaper review together with Fidelity Bank. And on a Friday morning, With Richard De La Sky in the studio together with Francisca Kakrafo saying, I'm not moved by what they was saying. You understand? I'm not moved at all. I'm in the telephone and
that may be true in part.
But what?
But we're not properly constituted.
That cannot be. Man, guys, good morning. It's a Friday. Really good to see you all. I'm well.
You're looking very sharp in your suit.
Thank you.
Future barrister at law, etc. That is so.
I woke up this morning reflecting on something Kakra said some time back.
Okay.
You know, I've always seen this Adinkra symbol of Sankofa, and we always knew what this Sankofa thing represented, but you described it so vividly, it came alive, that this bird has its feet looking forward progressively, but its beak is turned backwards, holding firmly onto the golden edge, representing our values, our culture. So while we make progress, by all means, we must not lose sight of our very core, the ethos of who we are. We must not lose that personality, which I think is fast eroding. And I think that's something we need to have a conversation on, whether it's about our names, our foods, our language. We seem to be losing some of these things to other tongues.
Yeah.
And it's worrying me. It's Friday morning, you know?
Yeah. So tell the people who did the song that if they are doing Bobo side, yeli for being side.
And then for us, yeli.
Yeah.
I can say that.
Which one is yeli?
Are you let's split? So like this, but there's will be
yeli. That be weird authenticity, to sound cover that.
Oh, you said that so well. You say ejadum.
It means what?
How are you? And say by God's grace, I'm fine. Yeah, and say
but I'm loving your suit and your matching tie. Is there any occasion for today?
Not quite.
You're just looking dapper.
We are serving the Republic.
As if you don't get money, just put.
Then you call the money.
The Ghanaian Times says this morning, turn research into medicines and vaccines. Health Minister is urging research. As the photograph is here on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. Also on the front page this morning, Seed Council seeks stronger seed certification and traceability. Mr. Eric Benti Kwe is here on the front page. And then also, GRA deepens use of data to drive revenue growth.
Okay, I have the Daily Guide with me, front page stories. Adamu's lease revocation, Ministerial Committee findings tip off the iceberg. And also, Supreme Court rules on selective vacation sitting injunction today. I'm not under any probe, General Opon Pepra saying. And also, Dr. Baumia says engineers to shape Ghana's policy direction and give us 380 million Ghana cedis locked up funds, mine workers say.
Let me take you to the Chronicle. Sami Jemfi has not disputed $1.7 billion loss. This is the minority talking. Comes with a photograph of the minority leader, Alexander Afenyo, marking. Also on the front page this morning, revocation of Adamu's license. The inside story comes with a photograph of the Minister for the Sector, the Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boa.
Okay, and that story is also captured on the front page of the Inquisitor. Revocation of Adamu's lease. The rot is huge as Ghana loses millions. Also, smear campaign against Opon Pepra backfires as soldiers reject allegations against former CDS. And some ministers leaking documents on CEOs to NPP. Nanabi reveals construction ambassador's founder to be buried tomorrow.
Let me take you to the Informer. Big story. OSP saved Ghana some 5.73 billion Ghana cedis in corruption investigations, secured some 7 convictions. This is according to a GACC report of the year. Comes with a photograph of the OSP, Special Prosecutor Kisi Jabeng. Also, the front page this morning, MPP falls on own dagger as Funtumi eyes national chairmanship from prison. And Afenyo Marking accuses CJ alleges grand conspiracy against Tokonu, and some other stories making the front page.
To the Herald newspaper front page stories, Ministerial Committee reveals Attah-Mensah's $1 billion gold output, 205 million Ghana cedi statutory arrears. Also, Supreme Court to cure upon Nkrumah's vacation court mischief today. Okay. No overnight industrial boom from 24-hour economy. That's according to Guzitano. And Attah-Mensah fights lease revocation, demands evidence from Lands Ministry. I suppose this was from yesterday's interview with Bernard. Yeah. And GRA battles technical glitches affecting tax payment platforms.
The custodian says Gold Board can't claim benefits and disown losses. Penyo Marking insists as minority demands probe into 22 billion Ghana cedi gold trading losses. Also, the front page this morning, Attah-Mensah owes over 205 million Ghana cedis in statutory arrears, repatriates some $224 million. This is according to a report by a committee. And Asanteman Koka stops MPP aspirants from incoming MP mantra.
Okay, the news center is what I have right now. Front page stories: 205 million Ghana cedi arrears. Gaps in gold figures, among other breaches, caused revocation of Attah-Mensah's license. That's according to the report. And Saglemi City rises again. LMI Homes targets 700 homes by March 2027, 1,500 by year end.
Let me take you to the Ghanaian publisher. Gold Board laws claims false. Sami Jemfi is quoted here. Huge photograph of him on the front page. Also, the front page this morning, MPP chairmanship, Eastern Region endorses Ejako. And his photograph makes the front page. And judge's illness stalls Wuntumi's bail hearing. Wuntumi's
the Daybreak newspaper, front page stories. Professor Attah-Mensah fires Sami Jemfi over $1.7 billion loss. Also produce evidence upon Pepra Dare's critics.
The Ghanaian Point says this morning, government's local content policy is about job security and worker protection. Lands Minister assuring Ghanaian mine workers. And also on the front page, energy sector reforms clear some $1.47 billion in legacy debt. And then also saving some $750 million according to the Minister for Energy, John Abdullah Jinapo, whose photograph is here. And the sad one coming in from the business sector, Kesben founder of Kesben Group dies at 68. May his soul rest in perfect
peace. I'll conclude with the publisher, the new publisher newspaper. And for me, the key or the major story here, although it's captured in the bottom corner, 2 watchmen interdicted over sexual assault of SHS girl.
Very annoying story.
Details on page 6, but other stories on the front page of the new publisher. $1.7 billion gold loss. Gold Board cannot pocket fees and disown losses. That's according to the minority leader. And Supreme Court rules on vacation trials today. Comes with a picture of former Information Minister Kojo Nkrumah.
Let me take you to the Daily Gist. Finally, minority turns heat on Sami Jemfi. Gold Board cannot pocket fees and reject losses, just like you read a short while ago. And Attah-Mensah's lease revocation exposes revenue loss of some 205
the same
million.
Headline.
Sort of.
Yeah.
And some other stories on the front page of the Daily Gist this morning.
Now, more groups have joined the call for accountability over the alleged sexual abuse at Bogis. The Bolgatanga Girls Senior High School. The National Council of Parent Teachers Association have joined the call. The minister, deputy minister responsible for the sector, has vowed that thorough probe and accountability will occur. And then the EduWatch is also demanding probe into the school's response to the alleged sexual abuse, because the school actually debordinized the girl who was a victim.
The victims.
Yeah, they debordinized the lady who we are told is also autistic. So
I think the authorities,
the management
who
of
took
that
part in that decision should be removed from office immediately pending investigation. So that would mean suspension or interdiction. Yeah. And after full investigations, whatever sanctions there may be, if they are found culpable, they should be dealt with. Because, I mean, hearing what is completely objectionable. You can't take decisions like that.
Absolutely. Now, 27-year-old in police custody over provocative video on Mion Lana. People are still using social media to misbehave. So that is one thing that's here. Vanderpoy apologizes to Sami Jemfi, NDC, over Aponyo marking comments.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why would he apologize? I mean, he spoke decently. I mean, that's what decent people do.
He thought that the manner in which the Gold Board CEO spoke could have been better.
Yes.
But the people have dragged him on social media so much so that he has had to apologize.
No, we respect Nilante Vanderpoy so much. And he spoke as a principled human being who understands what governance is about.
That's what politics
If you are in public office and you are called upon to account, no matter how provocative the questions may well be, you have no business attacking anyone.
Yeah.
And if Nilante sought to correct that, spoke decently, I watched the video. Yeah. I think it is completely unacceptable that people will sit on social media, attack him, and he would, as the report suggests, I've not spoken to him. There are suggestions that he's issued a statement, apologizing. That's all.
Well, Sky, there are more bad roads to be fixed under big push phase 2. This is the Sector Minister Gavins Agboja speaking here. Expired food products seized, destroyed in Tatale Sanguli. And then the other story which Kakra brought earlier, the first 700 Saglemi housing units to be ready by March 2027. This is President Mahama speaking. If you go to citynewsroom.com, legal vacation, Supreme Court to rule on upon Kumer's bid to hold trials today. Global Info Analytics survey didn't target MPP delegates. Boache Jaco campaign team is responding, and Gridco withholding critical information on power outages. This is an energy analyst speaking here. And if you go to other websites, Saglemi Reborn, 700 housing units ready by March 2027. This is the High Street Journal. Mine workers express strong disapproval over Finance Ministry's handling of 380 million Ghana Cedi locked up funds. And then my journal online, fact check, did Gold Board make a loss in 2025? Here's what the records show. This is myjournalline.com. They have other stories, including Nilante apologizing, the Education Ministry condemning the alleged sexual abuse of the Bogi student. And I think we should start from that particular disturbing story.
Yes.
Education Ministry condemns alleged sexual abuse of Bogi student. Story says that the Ministry of Education has condemned the alleged sexual abuse of a 14-year-old student with autism at Bolgatanga Girls Senior High School, Bogis, in the Upper East region. The student is alleged to have been sexually abused by 2 watchmen employed by the school. The concerns were contained in a press statement issued on Thursday, August 20, and signed by the Deputy Minister for Education, Dr. Clement Apak, who described the incident as unacceptable and said any breach of trust placed in adults responsible for protecting vulnerable children would not be tolerated.
What's so vexatious about this whole thing is the suggestion, and it's been reported, that somehow the school held or took the view that the girl had engaged in a
the autistic girl.
That's right. That's right. In a sexual conduct unbecoming of a student.
So they have
when she was allegedly a victim in the circumstances and ought to have been protected. And said that she should be. I think we need to do refresher courses.
I appreciate your frustration, and Sky. These reflect or signal the deep-rooted misogyny that is in our society, where victims are blamed. This is not the first time we would hear somebody being sexually assaulted or raped, and rather taking the blame for doing something to have incurred, that's ordeal.
But at the very least, they should seek some direction. And I don't know if they did, but if they did, the decision would confirm that no proper direction was given. Because the girl, from the facts, is underage and couldn't have consented to anything
at all.
Even if she did, that would have been invalid under our law. So there's no basis to say that she had engaged allegedly in sexual conduct and for which reason she should be taken out of boarding.
There was a proposal this morning that the people who are sent to our schools, the GS should run some criminal checks and run some checks on their records as well, because you remember not too long ago, some students assaulted their headmaster. It became an issue. The school was closed down. Reports indicate that if you look at at the records of the headmaster, he had been transferred from other places to some places because of some of these related matters. So I think that call is also very important.
Our society is quite pedophilic, okay? And from the point of view of a Ghanaian woman, I sit here as a Ghanaian woman speaking on behalf of lots of Ghanaian women. Many of us will tell our stories of sexual advances as early as 9-10 years. If you go to TikTok, there's a lady who has taken it upon herself to run through that social media platform and expose pedophilic conduct by adult men who stalk and record young girls and post sexually expletive words with the videos they unlawfully record, and no authority has done anything. She goes to their account, tries to find out who they are, doing name and shame on TikTok, and nobody, and consistently, the very people she even points out continue to do this. They record young girls walking on the streets, being sent, bending down to pick up things, and make comments. The captions they put the sky so derogatory, inviting other adult men to do God knows what. And this is why I support the call for these sexual offenders registered, especially for the matter of pedophilia. Let's not forget the child rights reports that said that the biggest abuse against children is sexual abuse. Let me just conclude with this one from the publisher, still on that story, that 2 watchmen interdicted over sexual assault against an SHS girl, and the Ghana Education Service has interdicted 2 watchmen at Bolgatanga Girls Secondary School following an alleged sexual assault involving a special needs student. And your report said this is an autistic girl. The 2 suspects have been arrested and handed over to the police to assist with investigations. According to a statement issued by the Ghana Education Service and signed by the head of its public relations, Daniel Fenyi, the service received a disturbing report of the alleged incident. Preliminary information indicates that the student, who is on medication, suffered a relapse on the day of the incident and required medical attention. It was during this period that the alleged assault occurred. The GES said it took immediate administrative action by interdicting the 2 watchmen while the police investigate the matter. And I think, as Sky rightly said, the school authorities that took the decision to punish the victim should also be asked to step aside, and that decision has to be investigated.
Absolutely.
Let's stay with the law courts. I will take you to the Ghanaian Point. There's a story you find on page 6, says the case brought by Kojo Nkrumah before the Supreme Court will receive some attention today. The story is on page 6, and quickly let me tell you about 2 paragraphs of the story. The Supreme Court is expected to rule today, Friday, August 21, 2026, on an application by the Member of Parliament for Fancy Ayerebi, Kojo Nkrumah, seeking to suspend the conduct of certain High Court trials during the ongoing legal vacation. Now, Justice Gabriel Pomang, sitting as a single judge, adjourned the case after lawyers for Mr. Nkrumah and the respondents concluded their arguments on Thursday, August 20. Now, as you do know, quickly, Mr. Nkrumah, represented by Frank Davis, the name is Frank Davis, a lawyer, is seeking an interlocutory injunction to suspend the operation of a warrant issued by the Chief Justice pending the determination of a substantive constitutional case challenging its validity.
Right. Let me bring you this story from the road sector. And the sector minister says we won't stop inspecting roads until projects are completed. And Christopher Kevin Asima writes on citynewsroom.com that the Minister of Roads and Highways, Gavin Kwame Agboja, has assured that the government will sustain its inspection of road projects across the country until contractors complete and hand over the project. He said the inspections were not a one-off exercise, but part of the ministry's effort to monitor progress, ensure quality, and secure value for money on government-funded projects. So that's coming from the minister. And he says more bad roads will be fixed under big push phase 2. Yeah, so very soon the Ministry of Roads is coming to a bad road near you.
Oh yeah, so that
Okay,
means
so
that the
let
Ademu
me-
Azizaji Road has to be
Let me
fixed.
go to the Daily Guide newspaper. Police sees
The Ademu
500
Azizaji Road has
cartons.
to be fixed.
They are inspecting. Police sees 500 cartons of tramadol, one arrested. The story by Prince Fifi York reads, police have seized nearly 500 cartons of assorted brands of tramadol in an intelligence-led operation at Wedana in the Boku West district of the Upper East region. The operation also led to the arrest of one Burkinabe national identified as Abdul Ali, 21 years, believed to be connected to the consignment. According to the Upper East Regional Police Command, the intercepted drugs are suspected to have been smuggled into the country through unapproved routes for distribution in Ghana and neighboring countries. Police preliminary intelligence indicated that the suspected network involved in the importation of the drugs comprises foreign nationals from Mali, Togo, Burkina Faso, and Senegal. The police say the network allegedly uses Wedana as a transit and distribution point for the suspected illicit drugs. Authorities say that the suspect is in custody and assisting with investigations as efforts continue to track other persons linked to the shipment.
Okay, let me take you to the Informer. They have a story about the OSP, a report on the operation. So quickly, the story says the Office of the Special Prosecutor saved approximately some 5.73 billion Ghana cedis for the state and secured 7 convictions in 2025, highlighting what the Ghana Anti-Corruption Coalition has described as notable progress in the country's fight against corruption. Now, the figures are contained in the GACC's State of Corruption Report 2025, which provides an assessment of the activities and performance of key state accountability institutions in the fight against corruption.
Right, let me bring you this quick one. Saglemi Reborn, 700 housing units ready by March 2027. So the stalled Saglemi affordable housing project has officially been brought back to life following a landmark public-private partnership between the government of Ghana and the industrial developers LMI Group. During an extensive site inspection of the estate, President Dramani Mahama and the Chief Executive of LMI Group, Mr. Kofi Eduhene, jointly announced that the first 700 housing units will be completed and commissioned by March 2027. I don't know if this is different from that deal that the former Minister Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah struck on that particular project. But
Yes. For those of you who are interested in all the matters surrounding Adamus Resources and co,
related matters,
the responses coming in from the ministry and related matters, please grab the various newspapers. So the Daily Gist has the story on that.
Right.
The Custodian has a story on that.
Yeah.
And then also the Ghanaian Publisher also has. Many other newspapers have stories on that.
Beautiful. And the news review was brought to you by Fidelity Bank and Zondatech. Thank you, Sky and Kakra. You don't need to stress. Dig the stuff line. Fidelity Digital Banking makes you use the mobile app to send money, pay your bills, buy airtime and data. You can also pay with GHQR, shop securely with your Fidelity Visa card, and even get instant support from Kukua, our WhatsApp banking assistant, wherever you are. Sign up with Fidelity Digital Banking today. Dig the soft life. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. Now, Ghana is building, Ghana is moving, Ghana deserves the best, and now world-class vehicles are being assembled right here at home. Welcome to Zondatech Ghana Limited, your one-stop automobile shop, proud operators of an impressive automobile assembly plant in Ghana. From heavy-duty trucks powered by global giant Sinotrack to premium SUVs, pickups from Great Wall Motors and Cherry, dependable light-duty trucks by Forland to world-class construction equipment from Shantui and Sunny Group, Zondatech delivers topmost quality brands assembled in Ghana with affordable luxury you can trust. Our vehicles are built to international standards. We support Ghanaian jobs and drive Ghana's industrial future. So choose strength, choose quality, choose locally assembled excellence. Zondatech Ghana Limited, proudly assembled in Ghana, driven by excellence. Netele Nete Ajaho, Mrs. Netele. Good morning to you, Natalie.
Good morning, Caleb, and you're welcome to the Friday edition of the City Business News. Is brought to you by MTN, Valex Lease, EcoBank, and Go Good Energy. Let's get straight into our stories now. And the National Information Technology Agency is pushing for tougher penalties and stricter enforcement of the Dig Once policy to reduce the frequency of fiber damage. This comes as more than 8,000 fiber cuts have been recorded across the country this year, disrupting telecommunications and internet services and raising concerns over the resilience of Ghana's digital infrastructure. There's more in the following report.
The frequent fiber cuts pose a risk to the reliability of Ghana's digital infrastructure, with disruptions potentially affecting internet connectivity, mobile services, and businesses that depend on digital platforms. NITA says stronger enforcement of penalties for activities that damage fiber infrastructure alongside compliance with the Dig Once policy is needed to prevent repeated disruptions and reduce the cost of repairing damaged networks. Board Chair of NITA, Estelle Akufio-Sowa, speaking to the media on the sidelines of the National ICT Week, said enforcing these measures will help protect critical digital infrastructure and improve the reliability of communication services.
We focused over the last few days on critical things like the infrastructure, which is the very foundation. So that's the fiber networks, the data centers. And of course, we're reminded of the fragility of our environment as well. I mean, there's over 8,000 fiber cuts so far this year. And that drives up costs because fixing and maintaining those networks is very costly. And we hear, of course, citizens and, users of the internet asking for the costs of data to even come down further. I understand that the road contractors are under pressure as well to work fast, and they have to do a lot of work overnight and so on. But I think the enforcement of penalties when they don't stick to the plan, and don't communicate as was agreed, is what needs to be a reality and not just a threat.
That was the board chair of the National Information Technology Agency, Estelle Akufio-Sowa, ending that report by City Business News' Daniel Sakite. Now, the president of the Canada-Ghana Chamber of Commerce, Linda Vasnani, has challenged Ghanaian businesses to position themselves for global investment, warning that access to capital will depend increasingly on credibility, governance, and the ability to execute. Speaking at the 2026 CEOs Connect organized by the Chamber in Accra, Linda Vasnani said investors are looking beyond funding opportunities and are paying closer attention to the strength and readiness of businesses.
In today's world, when we talk about financing, we need to consider three critical areas: vision, credibility, and partnerships. Money follows confidence in leadership, governance, and execution. And this is why businesses that attract investment tomorrow are investing in themselves today. And how do they do this? By strengthening their governance structures, by building resilient teams, by adopting technology, and preparing for global markets through partnerships. And there has never been a better time to think globally.
Linda Vasnani is the president of the Canada-Ghana Chamber of Commerce. Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority says it is working closely with relevant technical partners to resolve intermittent challenges affecting tax payments through the Ghana.gov payment platform and restore normal payment processing. The technical challenge, which began on Friday, August 14, affects payments initiated through the Integrated Customs Management System, ICOMS, Integrated Tax Administration System, ITAS, and the Ghana Integrated Management and Information System. According to the GRA, the issue is limited to payments processing and does not affect filing of tax returns. Now let's go on to the interbank market, and the dollar is going for 11 cedis, the pound for 15 cedis, 12 pesos, and the euro for 12 cedis, 95 pesos. And that's it for the Friday edition of the City Business News. It was brought to you by MTN, Valex Lease, EcoBank, and Go Good Energy. I am Neteli Nete Ajaho. Have a good business day.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone. You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
The region or the drink. Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Introducing Ghana's leading pay-as-you-copy photocopier leasing company. Lease an A4, A3, heavy-duty or production machine and pay for only the copies made or design your own payment plan. Simple and tietia. That's not all. Incredibly, toners, repairs, maintenance, follow-me printing, centralized tracking all come free of charge. Remember, financial prudence is the name of the game. Folks, forget about the expensive gimmicks and be smart. Join the hundreds of satisfied clients across all the 16 regions and every sector of the economy and save over 60% of your printing costs. Visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244-644048. Be prudent and lease a copier. Terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease is a wholly owned Ghanaian company. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
Your home could be anything you want it to be. It could be a stadium.
It's just 12 yards out. He shoots.
Oh!
What a strike! It's a goal.
Or a gaming arena.
Yes! Let's go!
Sometimes a classroom.
Madam, please, I don't understand.
All right, let's go over it again. Which part don't you understand?
The whole shop.
Or it could be an office.
How many orders are ready? Okay, send them to East Legon first.
Or even a research center.
Daddy, what is the Big Bang Theory?
Wait, let me ask ChatGPT.
You can make your home anything you want it to be because no matter the experience you want at home, MTN Fiber will power it. Get unlimited internet up to 500 megabytes per second from as low as 299 Ghana cedis. Connect your home or business today. Visit the My MTN app or dial *5057# to check fiber availability and request now.
MTN.
The jamming never stops. The game never stops. The productivity never stops. The music never stops. At G&J, we keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so the power never stops. Your go-to for total energy solutions, making sure you work, thrive, and live life uninterrupted. Visit our website, gjtechghana.com, or call us on 0302-689-178 or 179 or 0202-222-220. G&J, your energy partner.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Grateful to Natili Neti Ajaho for the breakfast edition of the City Business News. MTN EcoBank Girl, proud to be associated with that segment. At Attention online drivers, taxi drivers, and Pragia operators. Don't just complete trips and rewards along the way. With a Momo merchant account, passengers can now pay you by scanning your GHQR code via the Momo app or by using your merchant ID. Every eligible transaction brings you closer to exciting weekly and monthly rewards. Visit any MTN branch nationwide with your registered business certificate to register for a Momo merchant account and enjoy added convenience and security for business funds. This campaign is in partnership with GHQR, powered by GIPS. You know how money really moves in Ghana? At Echo Bank, we know it doesn't just move on payday, but every single day. Connecting you to the people who matter most, EcoBank provides one seamless banking experience across 34 African countries. Our digital platforms instantly connect people, businesses, and opportunities across the entire continent. So go ahead, pay bills, transfer funds, manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Just download the EcoBank mobile app, dial *770#, use EcoBank online, and our nationwide ATMs. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. Are you looking for quality fuel that gives your engine the smooth performance? Don't look any further. Gold Super XP of premium quality gives you the correct choice when buying regular fuel. Gold Super XP is fortified with a special additive that gives longevity to your engine, makes your engine perform to the max, using minimal fuel that takes you further. So just go fuel up your vehicle and enjoy the smooth ride with all the benefits. And as you journey the road, look out for Gold stations and fuel up your vehicle with quality you can trust, because Gold Super Expedient. So we feel it, huh? We feel Gold good energy. Today, by popular request, we bring back to you Bernard Avle's interview with Kosi Jokoto, an economic policy and financial analyst, on his financial literacy books. The books explore why financial education should begin long before adulthood, the practical money skills every young person needs to develop, and how parents, schools, and policymakers can work together to raise a financially responsible, confident, and resilient generation. I tell you, the number of calls we've had for this book after this interview aired, overwhelming, and you don't want to miss it as we bring it back to you. While we wait for that, Valex Lease Equip Limited is Ghana's leading photocopier leasing company. We lease multifunctional photocopiers you can pay as you copy and print, or design your own payment plan. So go ahead and lease that A4, A3 with heavy-duty MFP, sorter, stapler, finisher going together, and then that production machine with a sorter, stapler, finisher. You've always wanted it, now you have it. You don't need to buy it all, just lease it and pay as you go. Enjoy free toners and cartridges as well, free repairs, maintenance, follow me printing, centralized monitoring of all staff, and nationwide coverage. 0244-644-048. Call us now. Visit our website valexlease.com. We are your affordable document management solution, and a good thing, we are wholly Ghanaian owned company. I've been telling you to talk to G&J. Have you called them yet? Yesterday when the power went off, you see how you tired. Call G&J because they understand that some moments should never be interrupted. They keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions. So don't be a victim of whatever trip, power fault. No. Life will continue for you. They have UPS solutions, so the power never stops. gjtechghana.com. That's their website. Go look at their options. Call them now, 0202 222 220. G&J, your energy partner. How are your finances looking like? Do you want to power them up? Do you want to unlock your path to financial freedom? The Lesheho Fixed Deposit Solution is tailored just for you. Here, your money is doing the work for you. You're not the one working for the money. Join the investment revolution with our fixed deposit solution. Take charge of your financial future today. 0302-208-333. Let's shareholders improve life. Now settle down. Grab your pen and paper, your notebooks, your laptops, your tablet, anything you can capture knowledge on, and pay attention to this riveting conversation Bernard Avle has with Kosi Jokoto, financial literacy for children and even for you and I. Enjoy it.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Please wait. Please wait. Please wait until I get my new car. Please wait until I find my real size. I'm gonna get me some love so bad. My girl, sweet girl, my girl. I can see.
So welcome to the City Business Edition. Today we're discussing Financial Literacy 101, but from a very interesting angle. We've spoken about financial literacy a lot, but this author has written 3 books, 2 of which are dedicated to financial literacy for children. And he believes that we must start young so that our little minds will be empowered as we journey into financial wisdom. So my guest is Kosi Jokoto, an economic policy and financial analyst with over 24 years of expertise in banking, finance, insurance, investment management, and regulation. And he's held different roles in different companies. But the reason I've invited him is that a few months back, he launched 4 books, 3 of which we'll be talking about today. Mastering Your Money, a comprehensive guide to financial literacy. This is a generic financial literacy book for all ages. But what he did, which I found interesting, was that he extracted some of the wisdom from the large book into 2 other books. There's one called Money Smart Kids, a fun guide to financial wisdom. It's written like, the way they write my book of Bible stories. It's like my book of money stories. And then another one called Empowering Little Minds, a journey to financial wisdom. So we're talking about that with Kosi Jokoto when we come back for today's edition of the City Business Edition. Stay with us. Welcome back. So Kosi, thanks for joining us on the City Business Edition today.
Thank you, Bernard.
So this is interesting. To launch 4 books on a day, it's itself a challenge. Yeah. And then to decide that 2 of the 4 will be dedicated to children or teenagers. And I mean, where from this idea to write a book on financial management for children?
Okay, so as for financial literacy, it's something that has been there. In fact, research shows that over 70% of adult population are not financially literate, and this was done by Standard & Poor in Ghana, to say. And the world, it has varied degree of understanding of money. So basically, the idea is to make financial product understandable for both adults and also kids. Because when it comes to kids are exposed to money these days earlier than in the previous years. Today, kids are seeing adverts on betting, adverts on scams, adverts on so many things because of the digital platforms. And issues about scams have just migrated from the normal scamming people to digital. And lots of young people think technology is smart, but it eliminates risk. No. In fact, the risk even to kids is more. So the idea is to break down the book and also bring it to age appropriate for kids as well.
So the main book is Mastering Your Money,
exactly.
A comprehensive guide to financial literacy.
Yeah.
Out of which you now created Empowering Little Minds.
Correct.
A journey into financial wisdom for kids.
And this is appropriate for JHS to say. Okay, and below this is for upper primary, which is the...
So Money Smart Kids is for younger kids.
Younger kids.
That's
upper
the
primary,
blue one.
Exactly.
Upper primary.
Upper primary.
And then the Empowering Little Minds is for?
JHS. Yeah.
Usually when we talk about financial literacy, people or financial education is more about savings and investment. Is that what it is, or there's more?
There's more. There's more. There's more to financial literacy. Savings or understanding savings is important.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talk about financial literacy, it's much broader.
Okay.
It includes savings, budgeting, understanding money, and the behavior associated with that. Bernard, as we sit here, if somebody calls you right now and say, Bernard, I have $1 million for you, it's going to affect you emotionally.
Why don't you try me and see?
It's going to affect you emotionally. So our emotions are interconnected with money. And the money changes our behavior depending on the situation. So if you talk about financial literacy, it is for you to appreciate the diverse aspects of money, how money works. For instance, if you take money right now, you say you are going into the market to invest. Okay, you have been advised that save money and invest. Okay, that is the first. You decide to do, what are you going to do investing? That is the second order, understanding of financial literacy. So you go into the market, then you say, okay, somebody say, okay, there's mutual fund. So go and invest in mutual fund. Even under mutual funds, we have categories of mutual funds. Which one exactly is going to fit into your profile and understand which one will work for you? Because what works for you will not work for me.
Okay.
So if you talk about financial literacy, it's much broader. It cuts across the market, the regulations, the risk, and the rewards, and also our personality or your personality profile. So all this comes together. If you understand all the sections, then you are able to take the right decision as to what to invest in, or where to save your money, or how to save it.
So I noticed that the first book, Money Smart Kids, which is for 8 to 11-year-olds, it deals with some very basic things. The history of money in Ghana, what is money, and then I like one part, how to earn money.
Exactly.
I think there are people in my life I need to teach that thing.
Exactly, how to earn money. And let me tell you a story about that. I used to publish the sections of the book in the junior graphic.
Okay.
All right, so I published how to earn money in the junior graphic. And the editor called me after the publication that at their board, a member of their board came to congratulate them for introducing the financial literacy in the junior graphic. What happened? This little girl, by the time the father went home, had packed all his toys and things that he was not using, intending to go and sell it and save the money.
After reading that column?
After reading that column.
Mercy. Wow.
So you can imagine how impactful financial literacy can be on kids. And if they start early, it helps.
What I find interesting is that beyond what is money and how to earn money, you actually tackle some very big issues, but in a very simple. You're talking about, for example, how money works. And then you deal with inflation, jobs, compound interest rates. There are many adults I can pull who don't even understand compound interest rates.
Yes.
So for 8 to 11-year-olds, why are you dealing with such complex issues? Stock market, interest rate, inflation, exchange rates, labor union, tax policy.
Okay, so this is where we introduce the kids to the economy.
Okay.
This is where we introduce the kids to the economy. Because if you talk about the economy, kids should understand. And if we talk about earning, how to earn money, because your earning is dependent on a lot of variables. So if you are selecting your profession, you can question exactly where I am going. How much am I going to earn? You can research before even you decide to go and read a subject. So if kids understand these basics, that, okay, if I want to earn in this category, I need to do this subject, this subject, this subject. Because all professions do not pay the same. So if kids understand this early, it helps them to take the right decision as they grow. And in fact, if they understand, some kids believe that money is with their parent and they just give it to them.
Yeah, that's true.
They have to understand that money is earned.
So, and you also, do you deal with budgeting?
Yes.
And how to plan?
How to plan your budget. They are all in
basic
the books. Basic budgeting, exactly.
That kind of thing.
Exactly. They are all in the book.
How different is the approach you use for the JHS kids to the one you use for 8 to 11-year-olds?
Okay, so the 11 to 9-year-old, normally the teaching is in story form.
Okay.
So when we take inflation, we say it in a way that a kid at that level will understand it. Then at the advanced level, we go with definition. Then try to break it down, how to appreciate it. So once the kids get it from the story side, that, okay, inflation is like this, like this, like this. If you have money today and the inflation is high, what you are going to buy, if you are going to buy the same candy tomorrow, that money cannot buy it because inflation is high. Then from there, you graduate to the definition of inflation. Then you can break it down further for them to appreciate.
I notice you also have a glossary in the JSS one.
JSS one, yes.
Let me see if I can get some of these things. So, okay, you have different.
So every topic, every chapter, we do a glossary. So there we have specific definition for them to stick to.
Because you are dealing with mutual funds and things. So these things, I didn't know of them until I got to the university. Mutual funds, risk tolerance, stocks, fixed income investment. Are you sure they understand these things?
They will understand.
Portfolio.
Exactly.
A collection of investments that an investor has made.
Yeah.
Equities, investments where you buy a share of ownership in a company. Stocks are an example of equities. They are riskier than fixed income investments. Market fluctuation, average return. And this is for JSS people?
This is for JSS people.
By the way, are these things in our curriculum?
No, they are not.
So JSS kids don't have this.
In fact, you can go to school from primary up to university and you are not taught money and how money works. So that is a gap that we need to look at. So having this book approved by the National Curriculum and Assessment.
Oh, it's NACA approved?
NACA approved.
Okay.
It's and for age appropriate as well. So it is something that I will personally plead with the authority to look at, because a lot of countries, if you go to the OECD countries, you go to South Africa, you go to the England, they have all now include financial literacy as part of school curriculum, because people need to understand money and how financial product works. Actually.
So in your view, financial literacy is a gap. People,
it's a huge
and it's
gap.
not just for kids.
It's a huge gap. It's not only for kids. The idea is if we get the kids to also take it early, it helps as they grow.
But is financial literacy to be taught through classroom or practical? Is it not something you go and say, go, here's 10 CDs, go to the market and buy food and bring 2 CDs back? Some would have thought maybe it's a more something you learn on the ground rather than read about it in a book.
Okay, so it is always better to understand the theories and the understanding behind money before you start living the practical life of life. Because people start living with money or spending money from day one. The average person, the primary instinct, you earn money, you spend it.
Okay.
That is why our savings rate in Ghana is so low. Because culturally, we have never been taught that you have to save. If you go to Japan, and there are over 50% of earnings are saved. Yes.
Both personally and
institutionally. But when it comes to our country, our savings rate, I'm not even sure it's about 5%.
Oh, is that low?
Yes, it's that
and
low.
You blame the way we are financially uneducated.
Uneducated. The average person learns financial literacy from their parents or guardian. And if you take that number, where over 70% are not financially literate, imagine what we give back to our kids.
Oh, you mean over 70% of we adults
exactly, are not financially
How do you define our financial? How do you know?
There's a competence of financial framework, exactly, that people are assessed.
70% of Ghanaians adults
exactly. That was a research
illiterate.
done by Standard & Poor. The research is there.
Hey. But what are the basic things a financially literate person must know?
Okay, so we have product knowledge.
Product knowledge.
So if they ask you about stock, or basically we can start from compound interest. how it works. At the basic level, you should be able to understand that, how simple interest works. So you can differentiate when you are going to save money, how interest rate even works.
And you say
at the basic level, 70% don't know this. Then you come to the product knowledge. Okay, how many Ghanaians you pick on the street right now who can tell you about shareholding in a company or share on the stock market?
We don't think about shares. We create a company for we and our children.
Exactly.
We don't want to share. We don't want to share with anybody.
And most companies also die after the death of their founders.
So you feel lack of financial knowledge affects even the way people run and set up companies.
Exactly. It's all
because a lot of people in Western countries will set up companies and then sell them and move on to do something else.
Exactly.
I'm not even sure we have a valuation culture here where people know the value of their business.
Of their businesses and the rest.
Or, I mean, there is, but I'm not sure it's something people think about that much. Whether I want to exit, how
much will I sell it and exit and go and do something else? No, people die with their company and the company dies subsequently.
And you feel is that not more cultural?
So there's product knowledge. Let me finish this. And there's also awareness.
All right.
These are the various framework that is used to judge your understanding of finance. There are a lot of people, even working, for instance, scam products. You have bankers who are being scammed. One just happened, 3 days ago, and it's all over on social media. And Loom had just passed a few months ago. I'm telling you, if another one comes tomorrow, people will still be scammed.
So even because bankers are getting scammed.
Exactly, bankers are. People with invested degree in finance are being scammed.
Hey.
People with experience, for instance, what happened with what's the name? Men's Gold. Exactly, senior people in society, military generals, police chiefs, and they were well scammed because there is a theory about scamming. And the basic is the same. It just manifests itself in different forms and structures. People take popularity for credibility.
So they put a popular face on the thing.
Exactly.
To endorse it.
Exactly. And they tell you, oh, this big man is involved. That's all. And you can get people into it. And people use a community. They also use religion. Once they associate with a religion and the rest, you get people in. So there are, it's just a basic.
So you talk of product knowledge, you talk about awareness.
Exactly.
And then risk and reward, I'm sure.
Exactly.
The difference, because the other thing is how people price. I always have a difficulty with Ghanaians price. We tend to price on margins and we don't think of volumes. Exactly. That's the way I see it. So people will say a non-Ghanaian retailer, the more people come and buy, the better. Ghanaians, he's happy with 4 people buying because the difference between how much he buys it and how much he sells it to you is so high.
Exactly.
I don't know whether that's more financial education or it's just greed.
That's
I mean, my personal theory is
that is the business understanding of your business.
Ghana's pricing culture it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Everything is more expensive in Ghana, and people sell without.
It's a structural issue in economics.
You think it's a structural issue?
Yeah, it's a structural issue.
I see.
Okay.
We'll take a short break. We're talking to Kosi Jokoto, who's financial analyst, economic policy guy, written 4 books, which he launched on the same day. We'll tell you more about the books when we come back, and also discuss generally some of the ideas he's trying to put across from this. And I'll also tell you where you can get the books. Stay with us. Welcome back to the City Business Edition. Today we're talking financial literacy, and my guest, Kosi Jokoto, has written 3 books. Mastering Your Money, A Comprehensive Guide to Financial Literacy is the one we have here. We also have Empowering Little Minds, A Journey into Financial Wisdom for Kids. This is for JHS students. And then there's one called Money Smart Kids. This is for 8 to 11-year-olds. He's written a 4th book on digital financial literacy. We'll talk about that in a different program. You say NACA has approved of this. Do you foresee a period where, I had the Minister for Education speak 3 days ago or so about AI, robotics, coding and TVET to be integrated into our curriculum. Maybe you should be asking whether we should also include a definite subject on money or finance much earlier, because it looks like we have the general maths, English, science, and that kind of thing. Would you stretch it to say, let's include this in the regular curriculum?
Okay, so as it is now, it's been approved as a supplementary reading for all these age groups. So the next thing is, it should be government policy to make sure that financial literacy is actually integrated into the school curriculum for the appropriate ages up to even the university. Because you cannot finish, you do science, you become an engineer, and zero knowledge about how money works. Meanwhile, you are doing all this because you want to earn money. And how to manage that money and the subsequent effect of it, you are not taught. So it's a gap that we have to look at as a nation, because other countries are doing it. What about us? And the earlier we start, the better.
For adults themselves, what would they find in this book, Mastering Your Money? Because it's quite big, comprehensive guide. What would they see in this book?
Okay, so Mastering Your Money largely talks about the structure of even our economy. And if you have investment, even as a business, how the business cycles moves, you should be able to understand and plan appropriately. Then it's also talk about the financial sector as a whole. It covers insurance, even types of insurance. When you take a life insurance, the various categories and how you will need this. It talks about mutual funds, types of mutual funds, talk about fixed income, bonds, treasury bill, and everything. You have to understand these things, and also the risk associated with each. For instance, when the mark-to-market issue came during the financial crisis some few years ago, and people lost money in mutual funds and other investment. I heard a lady, I think a Citi FM interview, a lady who said, oh, they should just give me just my money, the one I invested. Even the interest, I'm ready to let it go. It doesn't work like that. If you understand the product you invest in, then you should know the risk associated with it. So this book covers all those things. So you take your mutual fund, the type of mutual funds, the equity one, the fixed income ones, the mix, all of them. And it tells you which one, how each one works for you.
I noticed you discussed the psychology behind financial decisions, where you talk about emotions, family upbringing, peer pressure, culture, advertising. So people's financial outlook is dependent on many, many non-financial factors.
Exactly. And you should be aware of these things. For instance, if your kids go to school, depending on the kind of teaching he has from home, they should not get into betting. But if you go to the university right now, all the kids, in fact, then outside the university, everybody is betting. That is lack of understanding, because betting is a zero-sum game. It's just, that is what I told my kids. I told them the people who lose is money they use to pay people who win. And the game,
it is designed,
it is designed
for the people who lose to fund those who win.
Exactly.
And the people who lose are always more.
Exactly.
And you feel like if people are properly grounded in understanding game theory, they would not.
They will not go into that. And because of money behavior as well, that is why there's over 70% of people who win big lotteries, inherit from their parent, lose them over time.
As in money not earned through hard work,
exactly.
It doesn't last.
It doesn't last.
Really?
Yes, it doesn't.
Is this spiritual or what?
No, it's not spiritual.
So when they win, they just waste the money?
They waste the money. Because they do not have the discipline and understanding to maintain and manage, or even talk about multiplying it.
So if you don't go through the hard work of earning money,
it also affects.
So the process of earning money instills a discipline in you in how to manage it.
How to manage it. Wow. It's interlinked.
You are breaking out of people's hearts today, because I'm told their prayer topic is that somebody's coming and dash them money. So the thing that says, so if they didn't dash you money, the money will make wings and fly away.
Or you watch footballers, celebrities, people who artists and the rest, people who rise up suddenly, make a lot of money, what happens to them?
Some of them, luckily, they get good spouses who help them manage their money. but you are right. Some of them, Charlie, we have to show some player is even broke. He's been kicked out of his house and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You also said we should build financial foundation before we should chase wealth, and you call it the 4 pillars of financial planning: goal setting, etc.
Yeah.
So chasing wealth is not the way to go.
Get the understanding first. Else, if you get the wealth first, it has.
But there's a message in town, prosperity, that Charlie, from P to P, that God can give you in a day what your people, there's a whole doctrine around. Like there's a whole agenda around prosperity, and that God can make it happen.
God can make it happen for you.
Favor and speed and stuff like that.
If you check the history or the Bible and people who have lived with God, God has always taken them through things to prepare them.
He hasn't thrown money at people.
No. Before they get to where they have to get to.
So you are demolishing some theology too. I see. So get rich quick is not the way to go.
It's not the way. You can get rich quick. It's doable. But if you can remain is the question.
You've said in the book that saving is not enough and that investment is critical. But I think one of the challenges I have is, at what point should you decide that you've saved enough to invest? Because we all know that savings alone, if I keep money in a savings account in a bank, the savings interest rate is very low.
Exactly.
So there's no way I'll create wealth that way. Yeah. But where do I get to say this is enough to start investing?
It's relative. It's relative. So somebody who earns, let's say, 10,000 cedis and you save maybe 3,000 or 2,000 cedis a month, you must first identify your investment profile. Okay. Why are you saving? What do you want to invest in, or why are you saving? How old are you? What level of risk can you take, etc. So that is going to give you the horizon as to, should I go into long-term investment or short-term investment? So you save the money. So if you are going to invest in real estate, you can't save 20,000 and say I'm going to invest in real estate. How are you going to do that? So the objective you establish will determine which level of savings should migrate into investment. And in fact, within the investment, you can migrate from one level to another. But it's all about understanding the structure.
So it all depends.
Yeah, it all depends.
What about diversification? Again, we are told that in managing risk, diversification is the best form of risk management.
That's correct.
What does that mean?
Okay, so it's actually covered in the book. Diversification is a topic on its own. So when you talk about diversification, you are talking about minimizing the risk associated in the portfolio. Okay. So if you have, let's say 100,000, you intend to invest. You can't go and put all into one product.
So it is advised. So let's assume you have 100,000 cedis.
Yeah.
You can't just go and buy shares.
Just go and buy shares.
You may, what would you, in that sense, you will say what? Let's use some for fixed income.
You can use some for fixed income, some into shareholding, some into mutual fund. Okay. So what do you want to achieve?
Keep the rest under your bed.
Exactly. There should be some minimum cash.
Something, because I might use something to the bank.
Exactly.
Keep something small.
So that is why you keep the near term, the near liquid, which is the fixed income. You go for it today, you can get it back. So that is
the more liquid.
Idea.
So you're also talking about the grades of liquidity.
Yeah.
Because you can have a house, but you may not be able to use it to pay school fees.
Exactly.
As against having money in a current account.
Yeah.
So people need to understand that certain products are not realizable as quickly as
others. And the portfolio, if you talk about even the portfolio diversification, it even go deeper. For instance, if you are investing in shares, maybe 50% of your investment you want it to go into shares. Even within the shares, you can look at the categories of companies. So you should go and put all your money into maybe fast-moving product companies. You can do maybe financial sector, you can do fast-moving product, you can do other products, even within the shares. So that also goes into the diversification. Then you can even extend it further. Yeah.
Where can we get the books to buy?
Yes, the books you can get. I'll leave some copy with Citi. People who are near and want to walk over here can also pick them up. Okay. You can get some on Book Nook's store. Citi Reads, Presby Book Depot, Methodist Book Depot, Kingdom Books Stationery, EPP Books, All Brothers, Book Farmer, Errand Book, and Blue Knight, East Legon, and Target Bookshop. So you can get it in all these places. Or you can actually call 0271 405700 for further direction.
So the books are Mastering Your Money, a comprehensive guide to financial literacy. This is for everybody. And then, of course, Money Smart Kids 8, 9, 10, 11, a fun guide to financial wisdom. That's the blue one. And then Empowering Little Minds, a journey into financial wisdom for kids. That's the yellow one. This is for 12-year-olds above. This is for JHS. You'll be surprised that even for me, an adult, I enjoy the little one more than the big one. Because the big one is big, but these ones remind me of a lot of things I thought I knew that I did not know. Koshi Jokoto is a financial analyst and a economic policy guy who's written these books. You've written something on digital finance. We'll talk about that on a different day. So get a copy, and I'm sure you'll be happy you did. Or this vacation that the kids are just home eating. Buy them the book and let them read it, so they can summarize for you before you pay them any money or before you pay their next school fees. Who knows? Thanks for listening to this edition. My name is Bernard Avle. The City Breakfast Show continues. I'm gonna get me some love, somebody. My girl, sweet girl. I can see all your joy. I can see the word for you and the word for me. But I have to say, please wait until I get my new car. Please wait until I find my real side.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
My guy, when I hear the engine make that vroom, it drive me crazy. Oh no, bro. This is my love language with physical touch. I mean, touching the smooth car leather seat, correct sound system, AC freezing me like sachet water. Now me just have it with my passenger princess. Charlie, that be why we can't miss the Absa Auto Fair. You fit test drive and Absa Bank get affordable finance options to help you own your dream car. Yeah.
Join us for the Absa Auto Fair on Saturday 22nd and Sunday 23rd August at Good Park, Accra Mall. Come for affordable finance options from Absa Bank, special discounts and offers from your favorite automobile brands, plus insurance and auto accessory exhibitors. Want to showcase your brand? WhatsApp 0541 361 237 to book your exhibition space today. The Absa Auto Fair is powered by Absa Bank in partnership with Citi FM and Holland Insurance. The Absa Auto Fair is calling. Will you answer?
You can't tell what your baby will become or what his interest will be. You can provide your growing babies with yummy goodness. Yumvita is a delicious cereal for your baby. Oh yeah, other ones love it too. Yumvita is filled with yummy goodness for growing babies and is available in other yummy variants. Yumvita, a delicious way to grow. This advert is FDA approved.
We've got what you need for your business and family. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Omni Basic Bank. Omni Basic Bank is we're all. We
not just another bank.
Driver, can I send Momo to your personal number?
Oh, sister, debut. Just scan my GHQR code or send to my merchant ID.
Oh, okay.
Nice one. Customer. And thank you for the 5 stars too.
Of course. You've given me good service and an even simpler way to pay. I like your movement, Pan.
Online drivers and Pragia drivers. Every fare you collect with Momo moves you up the leaderboard and closer to amazing prizes.
Register at any MTN office with your registered business certificate
and sign up to become a Momo merchant driver today. Ride all the way with Momo. Terms and conditions apply.
Looking for engineering excellence you can trust?
Welcome to Left Signature Limited, driving progress through technology and engineering excellence.
From expert electrical engineering design, installation, power systems, renewable energy, automation and control,
to reliable data center and managed services, power infrastructure, network connectivity, server virtualization, cloud integration and data security.
And cutting-edge software development, custom business applications, web and mobile apps, cloud and DevOps solutions.
Integrity, safety, accountability, teamwork. That's the Left Signature promise.
And now, introducing the Left Power app.
Request for our services anytime, anywhere. Available on the Play Store, App Store, and on the web.
Ready to power your success?
Choose Left Signature Limited. Visit www.leftsignature.com.
Call +233 256 111 811.
Left Signature Limited. Engineering excellence for a connected future.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
All right, good morning. Welcome aboard to Kickoff right here on 97.3. I am Gabi Ofe. Kickoff is proudly brought to you by Polyton Ghana and Let's improve life. Let's get right into the details and we take you to Prom. Because Sports and Recreation Minister Kofi Adams has urged the Ghana Football Association to turn its decisions and policies into practical action to improve the country's football. He made a call at the GFA's 32nd Ordinary Congress in Prom, where delegates reviewed key issues affecting the development and administration of the game. There's more in this report.
The annual statutory meeting required under the Article 31 of the GFA statute is held once every football season, usually ahead of the start of the new campaign. It provided an opportunity for the GFA and its stakeholders to reflect on the previous season, make key governance decisions, review competitions, discuss development programs, and also consider the association's financial and strategic direction. Among the issues discussed here at the Ghana Soccer Center of Excellence was Ghana's participation also at the just ended FIFA World Cup, where the Black Stars exited in the round of 32 stage. Now, Sports Minister Kofi Adams addressed the press after the first session, calling for the effective implementation of the new policies and decisions reached at the Congress.
After today, we should begin to see a higher level of implementation. Truth be told, reviewing documents that have been developed, you will see that everything that we need to develop our football has been identified. Right from the grassroots, things we have been talking about, things you, the media, have been talking about. You have it, you see it on paper, that is there. But we need to be deliberate and start from somewhere.
Now, with the September qualifiers for the 2027 AFCON also approaching, attention also turned to the Black Stars' coaching situation. Now, Executive Council member of the Ghana Football Association, Gideon Fosu, provided updates on the matter.
What I can say on authority is that we are definitely going to have a coach who is in charge of the team. We are still talking. We're still negotiating. I am sure that at the right time, the president of the FA would announce who the next coach of the Black Stars would be.
On the domestic front, Aduana FC CEO Collins Atapoku re-echoed the Ghana Football Association president's position that incidents of hooliganism have significantly reduced following the security measures implemented at match venues.
When you move from someone dying at the stadium to completing the season without much skirmish, there were some. I was involved in some anyway. So I agree with him. It has dropped.
With the new Ghana Premier League season set to kick off on September 4, the 32nd Ordinary Congress has now been done and dusted here at the Mensah Hall. Clubs will now be hoping that the decisions and policies agreed upon Congress will be effectively implemented to ensure a successful and improved new season.
All right, so that's some update from yesterday's GFA's 32nd Ordinary Congress held at the Ghanaian Soccer Center of Excellence in Pram. Now to some women's football, and Ghana's Black Queens have been drawn in Group B of the first round of the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup Intercontinental Playoff Tournament. The Black Queens will face Ecuador, Uzbekistan, and Papua New Guinea in the round-robin phase. The top two teams in the group will advance to the second and final phase of the playoffs, where they will face teams from CONCACAF, JFA, and CONMEBOL for places at the 2027 World Cup in Brazil. Now let's take you to Europe, because the English Premier League is back. Match day 1 starting later today at the Emirates. Arsenal take on Coventry at 7 p.m. tonight. Later tomorrow, Hull City up against Manchester United. Early kickoff at 11:30 a.m. Everton take on Crystal Palace. Ipswich up against Sunderland as part of the 2 p.m. batch of matches. There's Nottingham Forest up against Leeds United. And then Brentford will take on Tottenham Hotspur at 4:30 p.m. at the GTEC Community Stadium. On Sunday, 3 more games to come up. Brighton up against Aston Villa 1 p.m. Manchester City will take on Bournemouth at the same time. And then Newcastle United up against Liverpool at 3:30 p.m. And then the final game for match day 1 is at the Craven Cottage, where Fulham will welcome Chelsea to that venue at 7 p.m. So the Premier League is back and the matches will continue the following weekend. Let's finish off with tennis, and defending champion Carlos Alcaraz is set to make his return at the US Open after missing 4 months with a wrist injury. The 23-year-old triumph at the Australian Open in January to become the youngest man to win all 4 Grand Slam titles. However, the Spaniard has not played a competitive match since April 14 after injuring his wrist at the Barcelona Open. Well, that's the very latest in the world of sport. From where you can head to citysportsonline.com and on X at City Sports JJ. Kickoff is proudly brought to you by Politan Ghana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I'm Gabi Affair. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care and bye-bye.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number 1. Let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, we improve your life.
If I become a millionaire, I will put a huge billboard right next to my ex's house saying, look at me now, I hate it.
As for me, I'm quitting my job in Star. I hate it.
Telecel is making millionaires this season. Not 1, not 2, but 3 millionaires. Each month, 1 lucky Telecel customer wins 1 million Ghana cedis for the next 3 months in the Telecel Mahete promo. Plus, you still get to win 20,000 Ghana cedis weekly and 100 Ghana cedis daily. Bundle 10 Ghana cedis, airtime or data. Top up your Telecel cash wallet or your fixed broadband to stand the chance of winning. Visit the Telecel Play app or dial *500# to opt in for free into the Telecel Mahete promo.
Telecel,
Connecting energies.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Remember shit that your mama made for home church all of and watch it. Back to school with Kenke. It's here, come chop today. Did this shit home and taste? 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 Onion, ginger, garlic blend, flavor yet there. Pepper, shrimp, and fish inside. If you're DNA, no preservative, just herbs and spice. That's how we taste. Spicy we eat. Did this shit home and taste? Corner, chewy taste. Mad your choice to make. Spicy taste like mama made. Did this shit home and taste? Did this shit home and taste? Did this shit home and taste? Did this shit home and taste?
Tell us how you need that. Enterprise life, Avle bumi uncle. What shall say and then if you be blame, why you be that? May you know, and I like how I am cool, bravo. Obisi the air breako, Obisi Shiana Ganyo, Obisi the Netila, also.
Young Papa Pia Meshiano, or Remedy the Sick of Fiano. Now be our enterprise life, watch the Chevron. It's to tell us how you want, tell us how you need them. Insurance to your doorstep, your preference, your advantage. Tell us how you want them.
Enterprise Life. 25 years strong, rooted in love, driven by you. Defining the future together.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Live your dream now at Eden Heights. Move into our beautifully finished and ready to move in 3 and 4 bedroom apartment or penthouses thoughtfully designed for modern living today. Enjoy the serenity of a secure gated community with a fully equipped sports complex, landscape surroundings, ample parking, 24-hour security, reliable backup utilities, and convenient access to shopping, entertainment, and everyday essentials. With up to 3 years interest-free payment plans and mortgage financing options available, owning your dream home has never been easier. And here's the good news: pay 50% or more and move in today. Book a viewing now on 0501 531 444 or 445 and on our website at www.edenheights.com.gh. Eden Heights, the heights of modern living.
Before, paying my supplier in Guangzhou be wahala. Forest Bureau, bad rate. Part of your profits just vanishes like that.
Transaction declined. Hotel booking declined. Hey! Even a small candle I'm purchasing online. And also,
I'm still counting peso exchange at checkout. Scared to carry cash at night.
Union Pay got you covered. Yes, Union Pay.
Direct payment to China. Demu, no middleman. Profit stays in my business.
Online shopping, subscriptions, travel bookings. No wahala.
Supermarket, fuel, school fees, works every time.
Union Pay, accepted in 183 countries and regions. Works where your life works for traders, dreamers, and everyday Ghanaians alike. Visit your bank today. Ask for your Union Pay card. Union Pay, your way.
Come, let's go to the market. We have to buy everything for you before you go to SHS.
Mommy, please, all that stress, going around the market and carrying heavy things. Oh, my friends will see me sweating like this. They have already registered for their EduPack. I don't want to be left out.
Registered for EduPack?
Yes, EduPack, a Ghana Education Service approved and supported initiative for all first years going to SHS by Prospectus Ghana Limited. Now you don't need to go to the market. All the trunk, mattress, pillow, and plastic chop box are already waiting for your child at school.
Daddy, so what do we do?
We shall register you by dialing *713*821#, following the prompts. Or you can visit www.edupackgh.com and tap register. You can also register at any ADB branch near you at a very affordable price. EduPack, approved and supported by GES.
EduPack. Cover everything will cover. You and all you
we cover you.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Sign or one thing got me moving on, cause my sorrows will be gone away tomorrow. Puja guy don't fear enemy any day. They're gonna do that day. Puja guy don't fear enemy any day. They're gonna do that day. Puja guy don't fear enemy any day. They're gonna do that day. Puja guy don't fear enemy any day. They're gonna do that day. Even the song I they sing where they inspire them. Life I live with they inspire them. In my team they put I again. Even the speed that they use where they retire them. I'm on top of me thing, I'm a control. Them they do they pose. I buy them, I can buy the primo. I run by drop energy when I go to the where the sign on. One thing got me moving on. Sorrows will be gone away tomorrow. Puja guy don't fear enemy any day. They're gonna do that day. Puja guy don't fear enemy any day. They're gonna do that day. Puja guy don't fear enemy any day. They're gonna do that day. Puja guy don't fear enemy any day. When God says so, which man say no, no, no. See them a go end up in an inferno. My skin tough up like a rhino. No weapon, no prosper, none that I know. To God be coco, I go do my dance. I don't fear no foco. When I go to the where the sign on.
Any day is what Stoneboy calls this one. And on any day, this is the day to listen to. We put you first. We table important discussions. And we make sure we get results. This day is one of those. You can join us 0539-986-996. 0539-986-996. Cowbank's Abakede promo gives you the chance to win 5,000 cedis monthly or 100,000 Ghana cedis. The grand draw by depositing 500 cedis or more from August 1 to 31st August 2026. 5 winners will receive 5,000 cedis cash every month, and one active customer wins 100,000 Ghana cedis cash in the grand draw. You will deposit 500 Ghana cedis or more and stay fully active, because the more you do that, the better your chances of winning it. The promo ends on the 31st of October. Use the CalBank app or USSD via mobile money to deposit money, or visit any CalBank branch or agent. You can also use any cash accepting ATM CalBank for it together. Yamvita infant cereal with milk is making feeding time easy and rich with 16 essential vitamins and minerals. You only need to add previously boiled water. We have 3 variants: wheat, rice and maize, each going for 5 cedis 50 pesos. There's real value for money, affordable, nutritious and convenient. Yamvita, good nutrition for a good start. And every dream has a home. Welcome to Heritage Christian University. We are located in Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. At Heritage, you are assured of value-driven education that prepares you for the world of work. Our students are challenged to turn ideas into businesses that feed families and employ communities. Admission is in progress. We have a wide range of undergraduate and postgraduate and graduate programs. 0547 777 731. Call us now. hcu.edu.gh is our website. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. Some of you are celebrating your loved ones very shortly. I'll let Sky, Richard the Sky, help me with some of your dedications. 0539-986-996. That's where you can reach us with your concerns and your dedications. 0539-986-996. Now send money from your Zenith Bank account to 27 African countries with PAPS. No stress, no delays. Dial star 966 hash. Select Zenith Cash. Choose cross-border transfers. Simply follow the prompts. You can also enjoy the convenience of Zenith Internet Banking. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide for your cross-border transfers. Whether you're paying suppliers, supporting loved ones, or settling bills across the continent, Zenith Bank makes it fast, secure, and seamless with PAPS. The Pan-African Payment and Settlement System. Start your cross-border PAPS transfers today with Zenith Bank and experience true convenience. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. And on to some dedications now, Sky.
Yes, so let me take this one off the board.
Yes, please.
Before we proceed to do the others.
Yes.
So there's one coming in from all of us, and it's going out to Christopher Kojo Dapamekbo. Today is his birthday. He's an ardent listener, a loyal listener of the station, and he celebrates his birthday today.
Wonderful.
We shower all the blessings that we can command upon him, and the Lord will grant that so that he would enjoy the day fully, and then also at the weekend. So greater things should happen to his life.
Amen.
Greater health, greater wealth, greater peace in within family, and greater progress in society and impact. We wish him all the very best in that regard.
Amen.
Then we go on to look at other ones that are on the table this morning. So this one says that happy birthday to Seth Ajokache of Atina Foundation. May you keep growing in success and wisdom. Your family and friends love and cherish you so much, and they say keep making them proud, and we celebrate you too. This one says happy birthday to Stephen DK Etua, Director Corporate Affairs of DVLA. May the Lord God continue to bless you richly. And this one says that happy birthday to what's the name? Was that from your siblings to you, Sir Apau Elijah Shaman K. We love you and we appreciate your leadership, love, and guidance. We couldn't have asked for a perfect senior brother in your position. They are wishing you the very best of the day. There is another one here that says that of all the things we've ever gotten right, choosing you was the best. There aren't enough words for everything you are to me. So I'll just say thank you. I love you and happy birthday, my forever, my love. Happy birthday, Ebenezer Mensah, aka Soldier, inside Spintex Road, Flower Port area. And it's coming in from your girlfriend, your lovely girlfriend, Mabna, inside Soto.
Mabna's birthday.
Tell them those are opposite ends of society. So.
No, Mom,
Shall I hold your gun, pass all the way to Spintex Flower Pot?
Is there love no catching people?
Charlie, this matter.
That's a semi-distance, you know.
Charlie, bro.
Long distance hunting.
Charlie, we do some before. We do.
And then said, hi, Caleb. Kindly wish a very, very happy birthday to our dear Gladys J. Mumble. Okay, Mumble, Kwemle. This sounds like one of my people in Zuma. Yeah, Mumble. Oh, and Mediama. She's a Dowenya, Gladys Adowenya, National Women's President of the Pentecostal Holiness Church, Ghana. A virtuous woman, go-getter, resourceful woman, home builder, God-fearing. We pray God's blessings for you. And this is coming from your classmate from Agoto, DA Primary School.
Okay.
To you, Gladys J. Mumble.
Yes. There's this one that says, Caleb Kuda and Citi CBS, please kindly do this birthday dedication to Reverend Father Eugene Kweku Ernest Samwine. It says it's another beautiful year again of reflection and gratitude, looking on how far the Most High, the Lord God has brought you is unimaginable. As you celebrate this special day of yours, Father Eugene, I ask the Heavenly Father to smile on you and illuminate your path in your going out and coming in.
Right.
May this special day unfold with all the very things that you have been waiting for over the years and in your priesthood vocation.
Beautiful.
Happy birthday. It's coming in from Nana Ansah, Daniel Usu Ansah, also known as Daniel Usu Ansah, from Atunsu in Kumasi in the Ashanti region.
Beautiful. Now, to all tech lovers, listen up. Techno just dropped the ultimate game changer, the all-new Techno Come On Slim. This isn't just a phone, it's a style statement. It's ultra sleek 6.4mm double curved design that feels absolutely premium in your hand. It features an interactive mood light around the camera, flashes unique colors for your calls, messages and charging updates. It's fully loaded with advanced techno AI, bringing you mind-blowing tools like the AI image to video generator, noise cancellation, and your own AI health coach. So capture every moment instantly with the Flash Snap 2.0, a powerful Sony night camera for flawless low light photos, and the battery life. Man, you don't want to go there. It's amazing. It's water resistant as well. So if you're ready to upgrade, head to any Techno exclusive store nationwide today. Grab yours today and step into the future. Now, let me tell you about the Ghana Exim Bank and North Shore Apparel Ghana Limited proudly presenting the official opening of Phase 1 of the North Shore Apparel Hub, a wholly Ghanaian-owned apparel manufacturing enterprise operating within the 24-hour economy initiative and located at Savelugu. It's funded by the Ghana Exim Bank and other partners. North Shore Apparel Hub will officially open on Friday, the 28th of this month. We are creating 3,000 jobs upon commissioning and up to 10,000 jobs at full operation. His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama will perform the official opening, assisted by the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, the Honorable Elizabeth Ofosu-Ejare, and then the Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank, Honorable Sylvester Adina-Mensah. Don't forget the date is the 28th of August, 12 noon, North Shore Apparel Hub, Savelugu near Tamale, Northern Region. Now, admission to Valley View University is officially open. We go beyond academics to shape character and empower you for the 21st century. Whether you're a fresh high school graduate or a working professional, Valley View offers flexible weekend, weekday, and sandwich schedules tailored for your convenience. We offer diploma, undergraduate, and graduate, that's master's and PhD programs. Programs include business administration, nursing, midwifery, mental health nursing, I love that one, computer science, business information, and a host of others. Admission is in process. WhatsApp 030-705-1149. Locate our campus at OUB in Accra, Kumasi, and Techiman. Admission.vvu.edu.gh. That's how to apply. Valley View University, where academics meets purpose. Happy birthday to Esther Asantua Asamoah. Your love and care reaches the heart of thousands, and I'm glad to be part of it. You're a true friend, a sister, and a love. Your passion for growth tells me of one who is young and ready. On this special day, I pray God gives you the desires of your heart, and as God adds more years to your life, may He add more life to your years. Happy birthday, damsel. Love you. This is from the office of the Gentle Giant. Okay. Happy birthday to Emilia Buohin. Yes. Wishing you God's blessings. Enjoy a special day from your children and the MPP members of Amasaman. A very happy 13th birthday to my son, Gianni Valentino Ajay Edu. Oh, okay. Of Helga International School, Adenta. Continue to be a blessing to the entire family. With love from your parents and siblings, Seraphim, Vasha, Lamara, and Kiran. Martin Kofi Edu sending this from the GNPC. And the final one I have, happy birthday to my daughter, Valeria Aseye Kwame. God bless your new age. It's 21 after 8, and we want to settle in and delve into some serious matters of national importance.
Always.
As we do always.
Always.
Yeah, and today's is quite grave.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning. And, I was alarmed this morning, honestly. It's a matter that I had been wanting to get to, and today brought itself, particularly during our 6 a.m. news. And then we also have a raft of stories on this matter on City Newsroom. This matter of the Bolga Girls Senior High School. And look, I was furious. I'm a girl dad. So when I read things like this, my blood boils. I get unreasonable about these things, you know. And I am unreasonable about it because of the manner the school handled the situation. We've seen the Ghana Education Service try to walk back the actions the school took. We've seen the Deputy Minister of Education, Professor Clement Attah-Mensah, Clement Attah-Mensah, also talk about the inappropriateness of the action that was taken by the school. But it leads me to a much bigger question, and I've seen our good friend and regular contributor Kofi Asari raise those questions on our website as well, on City Newsroom, about just how institutionalized the Ghana Education Service handbook on how to handle these matters is known by the schools. Because if I look at how the school handled this, the headmistress, Madam Ayamga, or Ayamba.
Maybe you should actually even introduce the subject matter properly.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about, Sky. The matter of the 13-year-old girl defiled by 2 watchmen at the Bolga Senior High School. That girl was originally told by the school to go home as what? A day student.
So they deboardinized her.
Yeah. But if you read the letter, basically they were saying this was some sort of magnanimity they were showing the young lady because no, because they used the word sexual misconduct.
The letter by the school says that they found that the girl, the autistic student who was allegedly sexually assaulted during a relapse, had sexually misconducted herself.
How does a 13-year-old girl misconduct herself with a man who's in his 70s?
I think it would be useful to just read this. Let's read it so that we'll put
my blood.
Because I realized that
my blood.
You are
which
boiling.
is very, very acceptable. So should we look at the letter the school first wrote to the parents?
Right. So let's look at this.
Do you want to take that? I should go through that quickly. Very well. So this is on the Bolgatanga Girls Senior High School letterhead. The date is provided here, 20th July this year. And then it says recommendations on Miss, and then we will not put out her name now. It says, dear parent, following an investigative report of your ward's conduct, the school has taken the decision to place your ward as a temporal day student with immediate effect. Now, according to GES Code of Conduct for Students in Tertiary Institutions, sections 216H, so is guilty of sexual misconduct, hence dismissal. However, from general observation, so has a challenge. So the school recommends that 1, she is made a day student for 1 academic year. And 2, she's referred to the guidance and counseling unit for counseling. Number 3, her parents should take her for medical attention and give the school a report. Signed, Miss Gifty Ayamba, headmistress. And this is copied to the Municipal Director of Education, School Disciplinary Committee, and then student personal file. So these are the
20th July 2026. Yes. That's the date.
20th July, yes.
The Ghana Education Service has a sexual harassment in secondary education institutions guide, published in November 2023. Miss Ayama has not read it. And she might not be the only school head who has not read it. If we look at the situations we have seen generally across the country, and we will go into some detail because it seems like sexual crime is the favorite pastime of Ghanaians at the moment. And it's something that we must deal with. We must face it and we must talk about it. But we are using this absolutely ridiculous position taken by the Bolga Senior High School as an entry point into the conversation. And like I said, I'm very happy at least that the ministry has realized that the action taken by the school was inappropriate. And I expect further sanctions on the school because the manner in which this was handled is not how the Ghana Education Services guidelines say this matter should be handled at all.
Yeah.
And I still do not understand how a headmistress sits down and a so-called disciplinary committee finds that a 13-year-old girl, 14, Caleb,
minor, essentially
a minor, that a minor
Yeah.
sexually misconducts herself with a
17
full-grown man
plus.
or 2 full-grown men.
Yeah.
Just to add, a minor who has autism.
Who's a special needs student? When she sat down, did she actually contemplate what she and her committee were doing? Did she think about it? Because again, I will go through the guidelines, and it's a very detailed guideline. I must admit the Ghana Education Service has done a very thorough job on the sexual guidelines,
Right.
for its staff,
Right.
and that doesn't just include teachers; it includes the watchmen and whatnot.
So non-teaching staff.
Yes, and non-teaching staff as
Right.
well. Whether you're a matron, whatever it is, so far as you work within a GES institution,
These are supposed to guide your conduct.
These are supposed to guide your conduct. But I don't think that the people have read it. I don't think these guidelines, they have read it. So Dr. Park and Spoo should go back and tell them.
Yeah.
But as an entry point
Yeah.
Into this,
Godfrey, let me just read the name of the guideline. Okay, so
Go
it's
on.
called Guideline for Addressing Sexual Harassment in Secondary Education Institutions. That's the name of the document.
yes. And if you go through it, there's an executive summary. It's listed with acronyms and whatever. And here's something that interests me. It says a study conducted by Japan 2010 revealed that 92% of female secondary school, and this is the premise to it, interviewed in Kumasi, Ashanti region, had experienced some form of sexual harassment during the school term.
92%.
Yes. Goes on to talk about another study in 2021 by a team from the Ghana Education Service itself and TTEL on practices in selected senior high schools in Ghana, and revealed that sexual harassment was common. Both teachers and students mentioned several instances of sexual harassment, including harassment of students by teachers and teachers by students. And then it says, given its widespread nature, the phenomenon appears to be normalized with severe effects and implications for students, teachers, and potentially the entire school community. So it then goes on to set the goal and scope of the guidelines, the legal framework behind it. And then section 2, what constitutes sexual harassment? It lists types of sexual harassment. It puts this into 3: hostile environment, quid pro quo, and retaliation. It then goes on to break it down. What hostile environment means,
Right.
what quid pro quo means, what retaliation means, and gives examples. Then it goes on to 3: reporting procedures and response systems. That's section 3, where it outlines, first of all, what it calls an informal reporting procedure, which I have a problem with, but I am not a specialist. I'll leave it to the specialist to deal with. But from my very layman's perspective, how we have an informal reporting procedure for sexual harassment beats my mind. But the work has clearly been done, and it details this. It talks about appointment of a safe space focal person. It should be a man and a woman. It talks about identify the type and degree of harassment. It talks about mediation, listen to both parties, facilitate a resolution, and then the final point on that is when to make a formal report. So you must go through all these informal reporting procedures. So you must first appoint the safe space focal persons. It says that every secondary education institution should appoint 2 safe space focal persons, 1 female and 1 male, who will act as the first point of contact for reporting sexual harassment. The SSFPs shall be the first point of call in an informal reporting process to whom the victim lodges a complaint. The SSFPs should, 1, ensure a safe and empathetic environment. They should listen actively, validate the concerns, and offer emotional support, ensure confidentiality, and listen to the victim's complaints without bias and in a non-judgmental manner. The SSFP should take notes to document relevant facts, ensure objectivity, then they must also identify the types and degree of harassment. They must then mediate. It says that the SSFP will set a meeting with the alleged harasser to inform them of the complaint and mediate a resolution. Mediation with the alleged harasser must be done in a professional and confidential manner. It is often best to give the benefit of the doubt, or at least speak to the harasser as if he or she is being given the benefit of the doubt, rather than being accused of harassment. What needs to be conveyed to the alleged harasser is that the victim has been made to feel uncomfortable because of his or her behavior. It may be helpful to use the examples of sexual harassment in section 2 of this guideline to demonstrate how and why the unwelcome action can be considered sexual harassment. You listen to both parties, you facilitate a resolution. Then there's the formal reporting procedure, which starts with the initial consultation. It says to deal with a grievance formally, the victim, be it a learner, staff, or third party, can have a preliminary meeting with a safe space focal person to discuss the formal complaint process and what evidence is needed. The focal person should ensure confidentiality, be empathetic, understanding, and refer the victim for counseling if required. Then submission of a written report by complainant. The victim should submit a formal report of the grievance to the SSFPs. The grievance should include supporting evidence, which includes 1. Dates, times, locations of harassment. 2. Types of harassment with examples where possible. Example, kissing, touching, fondling, groping, seductive gestures, and any sexualized language and misbehavior. 3. Witnesses. If there were no witnesses who observed the harassment, a witness can be used to at least verify the victim's date, times, locations. Material evidence, if available, like emails, text messages, letters, recordings, documents from any informal reporting mediation that may have been attempted. This may have to be provided by the SSFPs or from their records. Then you have to convene a grievance committee after this. This is the formal reporting procedure. You have to convene a grievance committee. So formal hearings should be dealt with by a grievance committee, which includes the 2 safe space focal persons, 1 female, 1 male, and the head of the school, who should be the chairperson. If any of these individuals feel they will not be sufficiently objective to deal with the case, particularly if it involves a close friend, they can be replaced by a neutral member of staff or a neutral representative from the Ghana Education Service. If the head of school is involved in the complaint, a member of the school board should take his or her place. In a case where the SSFP is involved in the allegation, he or she should recuse themselves. Then there's an acknowledge the receipt of complaint. Then there's a formal hearing. Then a decision must be reached. There's also an appeals procedure. Then there's the decision of the appeals procedure. Then there's section 3 talks about how to support a victim of sexual harassment. Talks about listen actively, believe and show empathy, preserve evidence, respect for autonomy, inform and educate, safety planning. Then there's follow-up. Section 4 deals with disciplinary actions. Table 1 deals with hostile environment examples and the suggested disciplinary action. There's a raft of disciplinary actions that are listed there for all kinds of things. So unnecessary and unwanted nicknames such as sweetie, baby, and girlfriend, like Honorable MP was calling somebody sweetie there. There's punishment for it here. Intrusive, sexually explicit questioning, asking personal questions about a person's sex life, spreading rumors about a person's sexuality, sexual activity, or speculations about previous sexual experience. It goes on to list a lot of them, and some of the suggested disciplinary actions: verbal reprimand, warning not to repeat behavior with the victim, ensure the harasser understands why the behavior deserves disciplinary action. There's one that if complaint happens again, the harasser should be put on probation. You have to sign a bond of good behavior. Then there's a verbal reprimand, warning to not repeat the behavior with the victim or anyone else. Ensure harasser understands why the behavior deserves disciplinary action. Harasser should be put on probation for 1 year. If another case occurs during probation, termination or expulsion should be considered, and the license of the accuser withdrawn. Again, a whole lot there. Then there's a quid pro quo examples. Also has suggested disciplinary action. There is the false accusation. Then there's a section on false accusation as well, because that's also important, and what should be done about it. Then this also goes on to prevention and awareness creation. So they have done the work.
Clear guidelines.
Yes, they have done the work. As to whether the people have been reading the guidelines and using it based on the number of cases we have seen, and Kakra and Sky have a long list full of examples of some of these situations that we have been seeing. And I am in no doubt that we are dealing with a huge sense of perversion that is running through some of these or all of these acts that are are being reported every single day.
Yeah.
A month or two ago, Kaka raised the matter here when Bright Appear of Child Rights International said something.
He said that defilement tops child abuse cases in Ghana, and I'm sure you have that. And
Yes,
other
but
details.
before I get into the detailed compilation that Samuel Attah-Mensah has done with respect to defilement and child defilement, or defilement and child sexual abuse in Ghana, I want to just capture the narration from the media without, what do you call it, borders. Okay, they provide a more detailed account of the story.
The Bolgatanga scenario.
Yes, of the story, and that will perhaps put in more perspective the conversation that we are having that Godfred has begun. So if you go on their website, mwbonline.org, here's the story. 2 watchmen of Bolgatanga Girls Senior High School, Borges, a public girls-only school in Ghana's Upper East region, have been referred to the Bolgatanga Municipal Education Directorate for disciplinary action over allegations of sexual abuse involving a 14-year-old student on campus. Media Without Borders gathers from sources at the premier boarding school that one of the security guards had sexual intercourse with the girl around the school's dining hall at night in the last week of June 2026. The incident happened shortly after the school's regular supervised evening study known as prep had ended on a moonless night. A watchman was on patrol at the time. As the study-weary girl was dragging her feet back to her dormitory from prep to sleep, the watchman approached her. He lured her to a dark, isolated area at the back of the dining hall and, with a promise to buy food for her, sexually abused her there. A few days later, the other security officer also had sexual intercourse with her. That act took place at dawn inside the security post at the school's gate, facing a busy highway that connects Ghana to Burkina Faso. The girl had only gone to the security post at that hour to pick up her tablet, which she had given to the watchman the previous night to charge for her. They go on about the school charging some fees for the laptops and laptop screens, but I'll skip that and move on to the next subsequent paragraphs that say the student involved in the case has autism, a developmental condition that affects how people perceive and interact with the world around them. According to sources, each of the 2 watchmen allegedly assaulted her once more at separate locations on campus in early July, bringing the total to 4 occasions of alleged sexual abuse. Okay, so let's look at the family's frustration. The journalist or the media organization also spoke to the family, and the report, after referring the 2 watchmen to the Bolgatanga Municipal Education Directorate, the school management also withdrew the girl's boarding status, converting her to a temporary day student. The child's mother declined to speak when the author of this report contacted the family on the matter, saying she was too distressed to address the press. A family member, Akolbulgo Zotipelba Ayu Oduko, confirmed the incident but alleged that the school management had treated the girl unfairly for withdrawing her boarding privileges. The family says the girl's autistic condition is moderate and that keeping her in school is critical for her development. They believe staying in classroom, interacting with peers daily is the best way for her to learn and improve her social skills. Let me also skip and come down because it's a bit long. They talk about the letter from the school, the family talking about the letter from the school, which you read. And they are saying that they lament that the management was aware the girl was a minor with a health condition, but still labeled her in the letter as guilty of sexual misconduct. They put that in quote, for an act initiated by 2 adult employees on campus. They go on to say that the girl is suffering mentally and has even considered taking her life. We hope she doesn't do that. But let me read you a bit on the school's comment. The media contacted the headmistress, Gifty Ayamba, and she confirmed the development. She said the matter had been reported to the relevant education police authorities. She also tried to address the charges concerning the tablets and the screen protection, etc. devices. But let me come back to the subject at heart. And this is regarding the abuse. The headmistress said the girl reported to the Dean of Discipline. And this is important because Godfred has sort of taken us through the formal and the informal procedures to report and what the school ought to have done. And so as I'm reading it, we'll see whether or not the headmistress and the school authorities indeed followed the procedure by the GS. Regarding the abuse case, she said the girl reported to the Dean of Discipline that one of the security men had had sexual contact with her. The student was given a statement form and later indicated that a second watchman was also involved, though she did not know his name. The headmistress said the school instituted disciplinary proceedings, and during questioning, both men admitted to the act before the school's disciplinary committee. She added that the case was referred to the municipal director, which we've talked about. Now, she explained that although GES Code of Conduct provided for dismissal of the student for her involvement in the act, the disciplinary committee recommended that she be converted to a day student. This decision, she said, was based on findings that the security men had been giving the girl food and money and had taken advantage of the situation. The headmistress cited another reason for the decision, that the girl needed to take she said the girl needed to take some prescribed medication for her condition, which was not being done consistently at school. Placing her as a day student, she said, would ensure the medication was taken as scheduled.
Right. I think that's,
I'll leave it here, but I will join Godfred to express my disgust at the conduct of the headmistress. I think if you listen to the procedure that Godfred read, okay, and even from a point of view of humanity, the conduct of the headmistress was just wrong, it's not acceptable anywhere, okay? And to even go on and suggest that the girl in question, first of all, she's a minor who has no agency, and it appears she's a special needs student. Her interpretation of the world is a bit different from a regular child. So to treat this matter involving somebody who is a minor, not only a minor, but who has special needs, who has autism in this manner, I think she failed her duty as the headmistress, as a leader of a school, and as a woman. To hear a female child report sexual misconduct and to tackle it in this manner. And I hope that in line with the guidelines, there will be some kind of sanction against her conduct as a headmistress for how she has handled this.
Now, this matter has come at a time where defilement cases continue to top abuse cases in Ghana. We have a compendium of same, looking within a year, within the space of a year, August last year, August this year. It's a whole compendium of cases as such that I'll let you go through in the next couple of minutes. But if I may, Child Rights International has already informed us that defilement accounts for 59.4% of all offenses committed against children in Ghana. So I want listeners to bear that in mind. Civil society and all the advocacy groups bear these details in mind, these statistics in mind, where we'll look at real life situations of actual human beings who have had to live with some of these unfortunate incidences for the rest of their lives. And let's consider and think through how we are protecting girls in spaces where they are supposed to be shaped and formed. So
in addition to the Child Rights International survey across 10 regions that you just talked about, that 59.4% of all offenses committed against children in Ghana, defilement, that percentage or amounted to defilement. We will recall that in May this year as well, the CID Director General COP Lydia Donko addressed the media and talked about or detailed a series of reported child sexual exploitations, which she said had gained ground and become more complex to investigate. There's also a regional breakdown. So I'm going to take you through that first. We'll start off with the central region. Let me do the breakdown and then look at the peculiar cases. Okay. This compendium talks about the Volta region, and it says that teenage pregnancies among girls aged 10 to 14 fell from 182 cases in 2023 to 143 in 2025. But overall teenage pregnancies rose from 5,289 to 5,413 over the same period. 1,235 teenage pregnancies, including 43 among girls aged 10 to 14, were recorded in the first quarter of 2026 alone. Regional stakeholders have indeed flagged defilement, sodomy, and non-maintenance as recurring issues alongside. Now let's look at the regional cases, okay? But I think it's important to state here that sentencing...
Yeah, so we'll be going through some of those highlights so that we can make clear demands on these issues, because it's clearly becoming a canker in our society. So let's go on and
so shall we proceed?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, so we'll start off with the central region, and we'll share a case about the summary that Samuel Attah-Mensah, alias Kofi Nyan, 49 years, pleaded guilty to defiling a child. The incident occurred on 16th October. He was convicted on his own plea, sentenced to 10 years imprisonment with hard labor. Mankesim Cape Coast Circuit Court also had a case. They looked at Eric Asamoah, 22 years, who pleaded guilty to repeatedly sodomizing a 7-year-old boy over several occasions. And the victim was hospitalized. He was also convicted on his own plea, sentenced to 16 years imprisonment with hard labor, and sent to the Ankerful prison. Ewutu Adewukwa, over there, a 25-year-old man was arraigned for defiling a 10-year-old girl. The case was reported, and the proceedings were ongoing at the time this was put together. And this happened in May 2026. Between March and July 2026, in Cape Coast, Ankerful, Iguase, Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Kondria, alias Kondria, 45 years, lead pastor of Mahaniam Christian Center, was arrested in a joint CID, Cybersecurity Authority, national security operation as well. And investigators acting on a DOFSU request tied to 8 pending defilement cases found devices allegedly containing child sexual abuse material. One video allegedly showed a child instructed to reference a pornography website. Now, this Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Kondria was remanded and arraigned, and this was in the Adenta Circuit Court on 2 provisional counts of possessing and producing indecent images of a child, in addition to pre-existing defilement charges at Cape Coast Circuit Court, which is a case that is ongoing with him as the suspect or the accused as well.
So Kaka, I get the understanding that when it comes to these child abuse, defilement cases, we have too many stories that time will even allow us to recount to the listeners.
For every region, almost every region, and there's at least one reported case.
It's a real canker, and there must be a serious focus and a proper agenda to deal with perpetrators and ensure that our girls, our daughters, our nieces are safer in spaces where they're supposed to be trained, in school, wherever they are. No matter where we find them, they must be safe. I don't see the outrage when we report these for the institutions that are very concerned about the moral character and outlook of the country. When we read some of these stories and highlight them, it turns out they seem to be very quiet, and I do not know why that is the case. But I think this lady's case is one that should get all of us to sort of make a decision that we really need to deal with this and root out these elements, get them out of the system, punish them enough that it doesn't repeat itself, and make the school safe.
Well said, Caleb. And ACOM's report also touches on the concerning fact that this is a cross-border issue. And you remember the Australian case that involved some Ghanaian, as well as an online phenomenon. Child sex exploitation is an online phenomenon as well. But let me bring you a brief about some recommendations that Child Rights International, as part of their report, put out. They put about 4 key recommendations out, and the first is faster police investigations of child protection cases. And unfortunately, what happens is that during the time that the predatory era is missed by law enforcement, it's usually often when or thereafter the sexual offense has happened against the children is when we get to hear about it and hear of arrests. But I support this, that it will be important for us to find ways of gauging such predatory spaces. The secondary schools, for instance, as we've talked about the school, they also recommend specialized child protection courts. The next thing is dedicated prosecution units for child sexual abuse cases. And finally, a national digital case tracking system to improve accountability and reduce the multi-year delays affecting some of the 286 pending cases in its sample. I think that some other advocates have also called for a sex offender register, the kind of name and shame, and put communities on alert on who is in their community, so that children can be protected as part of ways to deal with this.
Sky, talk to me. I mean, how do nations protect their young ones, male, female, in this case, female in particular, from predatory elements in society?
And before,
how can we do that?
Before he tackles that question, let me just share the Ghana Police Service Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit number, helpline. This is the national helpline. Just before Sky comes in, it is 0800 800 800
0800
800. So you may dial this number to report any suspected cases of child abuse, defilement, or sodomy. Or if you have suspicions that there's a space that is predatory, you may want to call this number. Sky.
Yes, Caleb, thank you so much. I've been quiet because I've been reflecting over the story as published. The nature of the allegations, the nature of the response we saw from the school, how the media has handled it, and how the ministry is intervening to sanitize the situation. And I must say that I am really, really, really disappointed. I'm outraged by what the school management did about this particular matter. And I would explain why I think that the minister responsible for education should immediately dissolve, first of all, the grievance committee of the school, because in my respectful view, they are incompetent. They have no idea what their role is on matters like this. So that committee, if indeed they have one in place, because the letter from the school head suggested that there was a committee that investigated the matter and returned a finding of guilt, and therefore the young girl should be deboardinized. That committee should immediately be dissolved. And of course, there should be questions that they should be facing. Secondly, as I said much earlier, the headmistress of the school should be interdicted, pending further investigations into how she herself handled this particular matter. Because again, it would seem to me on the facts that she's incompetent and incapable of, handling the very serious responsibility of taking care of people's wards who are brought under her care as an agent of the state in this particular important institution. And then also, I would also expect that the minister would conduct a more thorough investigation into the conducts like this at the school generally, and then also what kinds of processes and procedures are in place to protect school students with special needs. Now, why have I said these things? And we don't have so much time. First of all, if you read a letter that the school, that the headmistress wrote to the parents, she clearly did not understand her mandate, because the guidelines that Godfred presented to us told us in specific details what a school head is required to do in circumstances like that, or what the grievance, institutions within the school are supposed to do. So it was expected that this committee would have been put together properly. They would have been briefed on what their mandate is supposed to be, and where they were in doubt as to what exactly needed to be done, they should not go with the greatest respect, their ignorance, to sit and determine that a young girl who was in need of protection from the state was, quote and unquote, guilty of sexual misconduct. If you read the Children's Act, you read the Criminal Offences Act, you read the Procedure Act, you read our Constitution, you come to a certain conclusion that a child below the age of 16 cannot give consent.
That's right.
So even where the child is assumed to have given consent, that consent is invalidated by the fact that the child is below 16, period.
Yes.
End of story.
Yeah.
So you can't go and stand anywhere and say that, the girl, I asked her, she said, no, it is irrelevant. You can't raise that defense.
At all.
Now, beyond that, you yourself in your letter recognize that what? She has challenges, which means that she requires greater protection. And if you look at the Disability Act that we have passed, you look at the Domestic Violence Act, you look at the Children's Act, where it is stated there, black and white, that the interest of the child should, in all matters concerning the child, be paramount. Now, if as an institution investigating a matter of this kind, you did not take that into consideration, on the face of the records we have seen thus far, it would seem that they did not do that. Because if they did that, they would have realized that first, the young girl didn't have consent. Secondly, she was challenged, and therefore the situation had been aggravated, and that these were men who were simply taking advantage of her. So from there, the matter ought to have gone to the police. They would have arrested these guys immediately, launch investigations into the matter, and deal with the matter based on the evidence they have collected. In the meantime, the young girl would have been referred to the appropriate institution, the psychologist, the social welfare department, for the necessary counseling and the medical attention. But on the facts of what we have read, the school management did nothing like that. Only to write to parents who are themselves victims in this particular case. Because as a parent,
you'll be traumatized.
You send your ward to school knowing that the school has an obligation under the law in locus parentis, you have used the proper legal term. You are standing in there as parents for the time being, to the extent that the child is within your care on campus and all of that. So you ought to act as a parent in all material times to ensure that the interest of the child was protected. On the facts, it would seem that they failed to do that. So you look at it and you see that this is a clear case of crass incompetence at many levels. And that as the minister responsible for education has to escalate the matter beyond the statement that we have seen. Because like I said, that whole disciplinary committee or whatever it is has to be dissolved.
The deputy minister has spoken about it. He has quoted on the City Newsroom. Clementa Park has criticized authorities of Bolgatanga Girls Senior High School for what he describes as the poor handling of an alleged sexual assault case involving a 14-year-old special needs student. According to Dr. Park, the School and Education Authority should have acted more decisively and promptly instead of waiting for the matter to become public before initiating steps to address it.
I think Sky's point is going beyond the criticism and dealing with the so-called leadership of the school that took this rather sad decision.
And when you look at the guidelines that the school is supposed to operate with, which they will seem to have failed to operate with, I think there's a huge gap in how these committees are put together. Focal person, safe place for male, female, and then the head of the school. Now, if the head of the school doesn't know that under Ghanaian law, a 14-year-old, as the report suggests, cannot give consent, then she would, we are about Fabroni, like of the Vigbegble, so let's treat her like that, without addressing her mind to the requirements of the law. And in fact, if you look at the provisions of the guidelines that Godfred was celebrating, there are also gaps that will make it possible for, in some cases, the schools to decide that, this matter should not travel beyond the committee within the school. I have issues with that. I think that this also calls for reforms, so that, how many schools do we have across the country? I think it should be possible that we have people who are social welfare practitioners, right?
Yeah.
Sitting on these boards, school boards, and then
Disciplinary
also
committees.
disciplinary committees.
Yeah.
And I will go as far as saying that, where possible, we should include lawyers to be a part of these, committees.
Yeah.
Because if a lawyer sitting on that committee had seen the facts of the case, he would have advised that this so-called recommendation you are making is incompetent in limine, and that we should trash it. What you should do is that invalidate the so-called requirement, the suggestion that the girl has committed, something, they found her guilty, and therefore the attention should be on the men who allegedly did what we are told they did. So, to cut along, because we don't seem to have a lot of time, I think it's important that the minister responsible for education should come out strongly and tell us that beyond the statement they have issued, in fact, the school head has been interdicted. The committee that investigated the matter completely dissolved. A more competent one should be put together, and that there are reforms across the whole of the country to ensure that incompetent recommendations like this do not become how
the order of the day.
Exactly, we
And
run
the school is safe for young girls.
Just quickly, I think that this unfortunate incident, and for the girl and her family in question, ordeal, signal or bring to light a social cultural problem, of how this country or this community, Ghana, interacts with children. It appears that there's a bit of contempt when we engage in children. And in the first response, especially when a child is involved in something of this nature, is like Sky said, this is a bad child, or kwala bone. Our first instinct is not to protect the child and properly investigate what happened, but rather to condemn the child as being a bad child, and in this case, find her guilty of something. In their statement, never did they write any finding of guilt for the two men who even admitted.
I was wondering what they did to those stuff of theirs.
You get it? The two men admitted to sexually assaulting the girl in question several times. And this statement from the school did not even find them guilty, but found the girl rather guilty. As in addition to that contempt that we have for children, which Godfred also talked about, there's a sexual perversion in this country, and it's targeted at the most vulnerable, and children sit at the top of that vulnerability ladder. But Caleb, I just wanted to do just a sentence of education on autism, because the important fact is that not only is this person a minor, but this person also has special needs, is autistic. And just a random Google search, which I hoped the headmistress, Gifty Ayamba, would have done to understand the child she was dealing with, and yet she failed. When you go on Google and search the word autism, autism or autism spectrum disorder, ASD, is a lifelong neurodevelopmental condition caused by differences in the brain. It affects how a person communicates, interacts with others, learns, and behaves. Because it is a spectrum science and support because it is a spectrum, signs and supports needs vary widely from person to person. Quick core characteristics, social communication, trouble with back and forth conversation, avoiding eye contact or missing nonverbal cues, repetitive behaviors, doing the same actions over and over, such as hand flapping or lining, strict routines, sensory differences. These things would seem abnormal, but they should not be misconstrued in this special case to suggest that this is a bad child or a child who is not being honest. This is just some education.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate all the insights and commentary we've had on this particular matter and the demands we have made. You can trust us to definitely follow through on these and ensure that some results are attained to make the school space a safe space for many, all in fact, of our Ghanaian girls. Now, my Hausa tutor actually is in the studio. She happened to have been to Bolgatanga Senior High School. So,
as in she attended.
It's an all-girls school, right?
It's an all-girls
school. Kike.
Lafia.
So Nimatu Mustafa, actually one of our very efficient colleagues here in the building. Nimatu, tell us about school and the space, Bolgatanga All Girls Senior High School. How's life like there? And are you shocked at this development? Does it surprise you?
Very shocked actually. So I went to school in SHS in 2016 and graduated in 2019.
Right.
So that was like 6 or 7 years ago. It was generally safe.
Right.
Not safe when I was in school actually. We didn't hear stories like this when I was in school.
Okay.
It was safe to the point that I think prep usually ended around 9 p.m. We would walk around, feel okay, feel safe. Some of us even used to study at around 1 a.m., 2 a.m. We would leave our dormitories, go to the class, come back. We're safe. So I was really shocked when I heard this because we didn't feel any sense of insecurity or anything when we were in school. And that we didn't really interact with the watchmen. It was the teachers that were on duty throughout the night.
Right.
So they would walk around and everything. Also, the watchmen were old men, right? So I was really shocked when I heard this. I was even telling my colleagues that I don't know. I actually don't know how to feel about it, but it was safe. So I think things might have changed over the years. Things might have changed over the years. And also, my question is, did they not have like the house mistresses, the teachers on duty? Because usually they walk around.
Right.
They walk around, and they are mostly women.
Yeah.
Right, they would
because
have seen.
All-girls
and also
school.
at the back of the dining hall, there's really nothing going on at the back of the dining hall. It's just trees.
Wow.
Right, it's just trees. I don't know if
I thank you for coming in and sharing this with us, and I appreciate that you're distraught. You talked about the supervision during prep.
Yeah,
thanks for sharing that. What I'm interested in is, during your time in school, you said 2016 to 2019, was there any kind of communication from the school about sexual misconduct, maybe to educate the students and, exactly how to report when such incidents happen? Just quickly.
No.
You didn't have that?
No, we didn't.
Yeah,
we didn't. And also, I think... No, we didn't.
All right.
Actually,
that's fair. Thank you for sharing those pieces of information with us. And we'll keep the conversation going. These are unfortunate developments that should not repeat themselves. We've made our demands so far. We'll be keeping our eyes on this particular story, and we'll keep you updated on the outcomes. And we all know that silence when your rent is due and you can't pick up the call, the shop is empty, you're pretending it's fine, your salary finished 2 weeks ago and there is still a week to go. When your goods are stuck at the port and the clearing agents keep calling, that silence has a name, it's money. Bills breaks the silence. Whether you need working capital, a salary, emergency cash, or startup funding, your Ghana card is all you need. Call Bills Microcredit today, 0596 920 833. Break the silence, Bills got you. Now, talking about schools, talking about safe spaces for girls. What if your daughter's education could prepare her for not just exam, but to lead, create, innovate, and succeed? Life Source International School is a unique all-girls international school in Ghana, focused on STEM, entrepreneurship, leadership, and academic excellence. From Cambridge Checkpoint and JSS 1 to A levels, students benefit from dedicated teachers, hands-on STEM learning, entrepreneurial career paths, and the 7 habits of a leader. We develop confident, disciplined, creative, and critical thinking young women who are ready for the future. Enrollment is ongoing, and admission, scholarship opportunities, and more information are available when you call 055-955-2263. LifeSourceGhana.org is our email. Pump Junction is where we are located. Now the countdown is on for the ABSA Auto Fair. It's in partnership with Citi FM and Hollard Insurance. We're bringing Ghana's leading automotive brands and thousands of car lovers together for one exciting weekend. Join us from Saturday the 22nd to Sunday the 23rd of August at Good Park, Accra Mall, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. for the biggest auto event of the year. Bring a friend, bring the family, and come and explore vehicles, enjoy test drives, insurance, and affordable finance options from Absa Bank while you pimp your rides with new accessories. Looking to showcase your business? Book an exhibition space by sending us a WhatsApp message to 054-136-1237. Now, no employee or representative of Kit Ghana Limited will at any point ask for payment of any kind for any services rendered to customers. All valued patrons are entreated to beware of an increase in fraudulent activities that seek to defraud in the name of Kit Ghana Limited. For all 590 mobile game-related complaints and enquiries, kindly call the official Kit Ghana Limited customer service line 0308-249-477 star 959 hash is the number to dial. Visit 590mobile.com.gh. Play on your phone across all networks. All wins paid same day direct to your mobile money account. Don't be a victim. So the right education will make sure you are ready when opportunity comes knocking. At Rosebank International University College, we prepare you for globally competitive careers. From diplomas in culinary arts to doctorates in business administration, our programs are developed to equip you with skills the global market needs. Our facilities are world-class, faculty experience internationally, and our tuition is designed to support ambition. So your future starts here. Visit riuc.edu.gh. Call 030-700-7800. Our modern campus is at Opebia House Airport, Accra. Admission is open. Rosebank International University College. Fast-track your global career. We have Absa Bank joining us. Academic City will also be in the studio in a while. So stay with us. Great opportunities coming up shortly.
This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Okay, I'll see you soon. Why, baby? Hey, my Mr. Enra, my boyfriend, I could see about star 959 hash. I want your phone so. Now we're
Anita, I don't want doggy park.
Oh, one swa. I could see a answer about number one. I am wondering now. And then there was so yummy show, Papa. Now, me toss some short, sexy dress, no. Now, Mrs. Samiti. Now, me yummy nails, no. So come on. Oh, no. Me fa uba. Make a do some small 1-2 rounds. Me answer me doing her. No, chia. Hey, Nana, so he for order. So Chinese and the wine, Papa B. And they mean this. I check. No.
Hey, Anita.
Na sa me mia when you hear TV bi no. I also say sound. No to prepared. Na me chilly AC. I no go fit sweat like that. See fine girl.
Hey, Anita.
Jesus.
Baby, I want to know jinawa. Mr. Remember, dial star 959 hash. Oh, iPhone up back to my own. No one can say no.
Sister, next time Kati call the what? Dial star 959 hash and I'll call 590mobile.com.gh. Not to be 590 mobile. Ed down some.
Your child can excel academically and in the sports they love and are good at. At Prodigy International Academy, we believe every child deserves to excel in the classroom, on the field, and in life. With an internationally recognized curriculum, an elite sports program, modern, well-serviced boarding facilities, and a strong foundation in Christian values, Prodigy nurtures confident, skilled, and well-rounded learners who are prepared for a global future. Here, sports and academics go hand in hand to empower students to discover their strengths, develop strong character, leadership, and relentlessly pursue excellence. Give your child's full potential a chance. Visit prodigy.edu.gh or call 025-609-7974 to begin your Prodigy's journey. Prodigy International Academy. Persevere, excel, inspire.
Business owners, entrepreneurs, and investors, your next big business opportunity could be waiting for you at the Canton Fair 2026 in China, and Litina Travel and Tours is taking you there. From October 23rd to November 5th, join the Litina China and Dubai Business and Leisure Delegation. Meet manufacturers face-to-face and source quality products. Whether you're into electronics, furniture, construction materials, vehicles and spare parts, or more, this trip is for you. And after business, Dubai awaits with 2 days of premium leisure, exciting tours, and a relaxing spa treatment to recharge. Your visas, flights, hotel accommodation, B2B meetings, guided tours, travel insurance, and ground transportation all arranged for you from just $3,799. Don't miss this opportunity. Call Tina on 0244-260-789 or visit Litina Travel and Tours at Alisa Hotel, Northridge, Accra. Litina Travel and Tours, your business, your growth, your journey.
Not again. And I need to return this car by Friday. No money and payday is 3 weeks away. How do I fix this? How? Bank loan, account setup, long process. Nah, forget it. Let me see if Papa can help.
Yes. Fafa from Bank of Africa can sort you out fast. From engine repairs to school fees or side hustle support, Quick Fix Loan from Bank of Africa is here for you. Call 030-224-9690 or chat Fafa at boaghana.com and take advantage of the Quick Fix Loan for salaried workers, offered at an unbeatable interest rate with no cash deposit required. Promo runs from now to 31st October. T's and C's apply.
Hey, Fafa, wait here. Papa.
Bank of Africa, as strong as a group.
As a partner, Bank of Africa lifting you higher.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
9. We're still talking about vehicle ownership and how it's such an important goal. However, navigating that process to own one can be simply overwhelming and feel out of reach. So, Absa Bank has partnered Citi FM and Hollard Insurance to bring together the vehicle dealers, financing, and insurance experts from Absa Hollard. We all will be gathering at the Absa Auto Fair 2026, and that will be happening on the 22nd and the 23rd of August at the Good Pad. To tell us all about this and more, I have in the studio Cyril Nai, who is head of sponsorships and international communications. Is it internal or international?
Internal.
Because I've taken you to Abonti. Yeah. So internal communications, Cyril. Good to have you as always.
Nice to be here.
The grey keeps graying.
You know.
We like, oh, Charlie, another grey. So Mr. Prosper Akoto is the head of assets and personal banking. Gentlemen, welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
As you have come here today, it looks like Charlie boys will fly in the ride, you know.
You know.
Yeah, That'll be the whole story. So let's talk about the ABSA Auto Fair, right? What is ABSA hoping to achieve? What is the ABSA Auto Fair, and why is ABSA concerned about us and the kind of the quality of vehicles we're able to move around?
So, Caleb, the first thing is this weekend we are all moving to Good Park.
This weekend.
The two for the.
You mean tomorrow
days.
and tomorrow next?
Tomorrow and tomorrow next. We are all going to Good Park for the ABSA Auto Fair. And we bringing together about 20 automobile companies.
20 automobile companies.
In addition to that, we also having auto accessories and all that. So anything about car.
Wow.
And
that
not just cars,
yes.
not just cars, cars and motorbikes.
Okay.
If you want to pimp your ride, anything you want to do about your car, you just need to be at Good Park.
Auto.
Anything auto, whether vintage or modern.
Whether vintage or modern. And we are going to have some classic vehicles there as well.
I like that.
The whole idea, as you said, is the fact that usually when you're trying to get a vehicle, it's a lot of hassle. You need to search, you need to think. We are bringing everybody in one space.
Everybody comes together.
Have everybody. You can have all the discussions and engagement and make a choice right there and drive your dream car home. The good thing is that this is going to be very affordable.
Okay.
So I don't know, Caleb. What's your budget for a car?
You say?
What's your budget for a car?
What's say? If you ask me the car, what I can tell you. If you ask me my budget, I don't have some.
So we are going to we are accommodating from the lowest to the highest.
The point is, if you want to get me a car, you have to look at my legs. They are very long, so I need a lot of leg room.
So like some good SUV,
you know, some compact crossover SUV. You understand?
Yeah. We've got you covered.
Oh, so you have some there?
We have EVs, we have ICE vehicle,
electric vehicles.
Yes.
Because the phone price have gone up.
Oh yeah, but we sort
it. To have an EV.
Yeah, we're going to sort you out on that.
Wow, that's really good. So you have all types of vehicles.
All type of vehicles,
from pickups, trucks, saloon vehicles, SUVs, compact
your luxury, everyday vehicle,
right?
Everything.
So what's the advantage if I'm within that season, I'm looking for a new car or my dream car or my first car, or I want a vehicle for work purposes, and there are so many offers out there. So what's the advantage of attending the ABSA Auto Fair? What advantage does it give me over someone who perhaps ships directly or goes to a favorite garage operator to try to get a vehicle?
Yeah, so customers should expect exciting today event where ABSA brought together leading automobile companies from EVs and ICE cars. That's the petrol and diesel vehicles.
So the hybrids.
Yes.
Okay, so ICE, sorry.
And then we have the accessories also present. You can have all these at one spot. Yeah. And the financing team from ABSA, the sales team will be there also to support you to close a deal from start to completion.
That's nice.
So it's a good thing for you.
Yeah, and the advantage again is the fact that you are going to have sweet deals. Sweet deals. So you need to be there, and also you get all the options. You can make a choice there by engaging all the vendors. They would all be there, have enough time for you to answer all your lingering questions and even give you the right advice and recommendations on what you have to look out for. Apart from the auto fair, the auto companies themselves being there, we're also going to run shows, educational shows during the day, and that would also educate you on what you can look out for and all that.
When buying a vehicle,
I
like that.
Together with like financing as well as your insurance, because all of this is our partner. So we have all this in one place. So your advantage is that you don't need to hustle. And you get sweet deals.
I like that.
And you get to see what you want to see for yourself and test drive if you want to.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like this because and I like that the bank ABSA, it's you're doing all the relevant things where you're doing SME, women, staff, youth in businesses and all. now you're thinking about people getting proper good cars, brand new cars, and how to finance. And now this is important because I recall 2 years ago we were out filming Beyond Borders, and some of our friends in the UK in particular, there was an episode that got many Ghanaians talking. There was this Baba who talked about the fact that he's bought a new car, he had an older one, and basically was talking about how it's easier to assess a vehicle, and you can easily switch or swap and get a newer model because you just have to have a bank account. It shows that you have consistent stream of income.
Exactly.
Be credit worthy. And then you get credit to buy a new car. You don't have to go get, salvage vehicles or vehicles that will give you issues a bit later.
Yeah, that is it. And we are even giving you a sweeter deal. So Prosper can tell you that we are giving you about 96
months tenor. Flexible terms.
8 years.
Yes, 8 years, so that you have easy affordability.
Nice.
You can access your dream.
Spread this over 8 years.
Exactly. You can
with
buy
insurance
your
and everything.
Exactly. All embedded. So you don't need to pay lump sum comprehensive insurance. We can consolidate everything for you.
Charlie, this is our season. This is our season. You're Metro 7. So is the Absa Auto Fair only for people ready to buy a car, or you say it's open to everyone?
It's open to everyone.
Are you strictly looking for only those who are willing and ready to buy a car?
It's for everybody, actually. We want people who have dreams of owning cars in the future. Even those who have no plans yet, they should come over and experience what Absa is offering.
Right.
They will see their dream vehicles there. They'll have the experience of test driving as well. So it's not just viewing. The exhibition goes beyond that.
I like this.
When you come, you have the experience. We test driving. And that's where people actually take decisions of which type of car they want to.
Exactly. Talking about the types of cars, Cyril, what kind of dealers are you having present, and what will visitors be able to do beyond viewing the cars as well, in addition to the test drive and all?
Okay, so Caleb, this one you have to give me time because I don't want to miss any. We have CFA.
Okay, CFA
coming. We have Somoko Ghana Limited coming. We have Zonda coming. We have Swiss Group, the day in J-Tours.
Okay.
We have Stubbis.
Yeah.
We have
Automobile Industries. Yeah.
Our Hyundai. We have Automobile Industries Limited. Tata is on board. Japan Motors, EV360 Ghana Limited. We have Atlantic Meridian. We have Auto Dreams. Silver Star is there with their BMWs.
Solid.
Sweet sound.
Solid.
Sweet engine sound. We have Drive EV, Electric Miles, Electric Afrique, Mac Autos, they deal in MJ cars.
Yes.
And it is not just vehicles. We have Mr. Energy, former engine.
Okay.
Also going to be there for lubricant.
Okay.
Gold Coast Classics. They are going to be there to.
That should be the vintage vehicle.
Yes, to display their vintage vehicle. You can have a feel of it. And the auto accessories, we have people like we have like key security solutions. So issues around your keys, tracking security. We have AA mobility, garage services and auto parts for you. We have DL auto parts. They also deal with auto parts and fragrance. Your car air refreshness and all
fully
that.
Nyanya.
Fully nyanya.
Yeah.
We have Office Data Ghana, also into vehicle tracking and security.
So you're bringing everyone who matters to the place.
And we have Gadget Direct.
Gadget Direct.
Also internal accessories for your cars. So everything is covered.
Everything
is covered.
I like this.
Yes. And apart from all this, we also making this a family event. So you're creating room for the children.
Nice.
So come with your children. Let the children play whilst you have time to explore. And buy some ice creams and food.
Take memories.
Yeah, great memories for them.
Now, so beyond the vehicle financing, what other banking solutions can visitors explore at the Auto Fair? And I'll come to you for your final words in addition to this one.
Yeah, so we will have our colleagues from the sales teams present to meet our value customer and potential customers to sell other banking solutions to them. We have credit card offering.
Okay.
We have mortgages.
Nice.
You know, in this era, this is the right time to own your own home because interest rates in the market have actually come down. So this is the right time. We have people there that will take our customers through.
Sharp.
We have people who educate them also on how to open accounts and all other benefits in terms of products and services that the bank offers.
So our bankers will leave the banking hall and be at our service.
In fact, we are moving the bank to Good Park.
Thank you.
On Saturday and Sunday.
While we shop for new cars and
Exactly.
spend our existing cars. No, Absa, you do everything. So now, anything to add and conclude there?
So just to say that you can't miss this weekend. You just need to be at the Accra Mall, Good Park at Accra Mall.
Absolutely.
Whether you are interested in buying now or later, whether you have your cash to buy or you need financing, we will be there to support you. Our insurance partners, Hollard is going to be there. Citi is going to be there to promote your business as well. So don't miss out from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And there's going to be entertainment. So a lot of things to hope for.
Let's see you do everything. Thank you so much. So Nai is the head of sponsorship and internal communications. Prosper Akoto is head of assets, personal banking. And they came here to tell us about the Absa Auto Fair. We wish you all the best with this fair and more.
Thank you, Caleb, for having us.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Eno, you know what our father left us when he died?
Debts?
He left us land, Eno. But Nanayo said the land is his. The court said, come back in 2031.
Hey, that's not an inheritance. That's a curse, brother.
Real Ejapadia doesn't come with disputes. At Deftraco Woodlands, a 592-acre master planned gated city in Dawenya, your inheritance is waiting. Don't leave your children a court case. Leave them Deftraco Woodlands, the Ejapadia they'll be proud of.
Visit woodlands.deftracogroup.com. Call or WhatsApp us today on 0537 675961.
Kofi, I think we need to call them.
Deftraco Woodlands, where your roots run deep.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Origin or the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It's a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrady, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
The right education will make sure you are ready when opportunity comes knocking. At Rosebank International University College, we don't just award degrees, we prepare you for globally competitive careers. From diplomas in culinary arts to doctorates in business administration, our programs are developed around a simple goal, equipping you with skills the global market demands. Our facilities are world-class, our faculty are experienced internationally, and our tuition is designed to support ambition. Your future starts here. Apply now at www.rugh.edu. riuc.edu.gh or call 030-700-7800. You can also visit our modern campus at Opebia House Airport, Accra. Admissions are open. Rosebank International University College. Fast track your global career.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
It's 35 after 9, and it's always a pleasure to hang out with friends from Academic City. You know, around this time, parents are looking for options for their awards. You want a school environment for them where they will be holistically educated. You know, not just make the grades and miss out of life's essential learnings. But also, you want to give them the space where they will take advantage of opportunities. They are out of school and they are ready for the job market. They have all the right habits you want to see in your ward. When Academic City comes in handy. Very, very strongly recommended. And guess who I have in the studio to have a conversation with? Dr. Abna Engman. She's the Dean of Students and Community Affairs. Community Affairs. Yes. No, I love your title. Dean, Students and Community Affairs. So not just the student, but the entire community. You are the Odikro in Academic City. Yeah. And then there is Mighty Kekeli Abla Amachiko.
Hello.
Abla.
Hi.
Amachiko.
Amachiko.
Mama Gampe. Now, you are of the class of 2026.
Yes.
You're an alumni.
2026.
It's really good to see you. Mighty.
It's good to be here.
No, the name is Mighty. I love it. And then Satanam Koku Dede. You are the valedictorian.
Yes.
Wow, how does that feel like? You're the shark of the year group, man.
The shark of the sharkers.
The shark of all the sharks, man.
Yeah.
How's that feeling?
Not anything special.
Wow, are you sure? Hey, this guy. You know,
I feel
what are you saying? What are you saying?
I mean, it was an honor to win.
It was easy peasy, yeah.
It was easy. He didn't have to.
Yeah. This guy he's giving us pressure. He's breathing on our necks, you know. But yeah, Doc, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And then, guys, it's good to have you here. This week, Prof celebrated his birthday, right? Professor Fred Magbagan-Lauren.
Yes, he did.
Did he bring some of his birthday cake so we can share or something?
We were hoping you bring us one to share.
Oh, okay. I like that. I am bringing it. So I'll meet you on campus shortly. But parents often really, as I was saying, focus on academic excellence when choosing a university. But what would you say truly sets Academic City student experience apart beyond lectures, examination, and becoming valedictorians and saying, oh, it was nothing really? No, it's such pressure.
Right? So Satanam is saying that because he had all the support that he needed beyond the academics. So at Academic City, we don't just look at what we do in the classrooms. What we do outside the classrooms is also very important to us, because we want them to develop leadership skills, emotional intelligence, how to work in a team, and how to be able to come up with projects, come up with solutions. So we have a lot of things that happen outside the classroom. So for instance, we have our own radio station.
Oh, nice.
And the students are their own producers.
Your studio is better than some places I've seen, some commercial.
You have been to our studio.
I've seen it. And I've done some lecturing a bit with your students. So I know what I'm talking about.
MIT, for instance, was one of the producers. They have their own shows.
Mighty.
And then we have a big recreational center where students can go and relax. We have table tennis.
Campus is doesn't even look like Ghana.
But you are in Ghana. You need to come to our campus and come and see what we have. We have our own football league, basketball league. Both of them were playing in the football league and basketball leagues as well.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
We encourage students to volunteer for activities both on campus and off campus. Sometimes we go off campus to go and support junior high schools, teaching French, teaching them upcycling, teaching them robotics.
Wow.
And then we also have a lot of clubs where students are allowed to express their creativity. So if you love to dance, there's a club for you.
Wow.
If you love to sing, you love to play an instrument, there's the music club. We have the robotics club. In the recreational center, students bring in their PS4, they have gaming competitions. We have a gym.
Are you sure it's school?
Yes, it's a school.
Are you still describing a school?
A school. That's why he said it was easy. Because everything comes together. They go to the class. They're able to come and express their creativity and release stress.
Oh, that's cool. We attended you. It's very fun. Yes. No, I like what I'm hearing. And you know that many students graduate with good grades, but they sometimes struggle with confidence, leadership, and workplace readiness. You know, you ask the students who's just completed school, so what is your vision? What do you want to do with yourself? And to Papa, so that kind of thing, right? So how does Academic City, with all that you've put together, intentionally then develop these life skills throughout a student's journey so that they're not just pursuing the grades, but they are holistically ready for life and beyond school?
So yesterday we had our parents' night, and I was telling
Parents' night.
Yes, we invited parents to come to campus, come and see our campus. Like you said, am I describing a school? Yes. So we asked parents to come to campus, and we had a conversation. And I was telling them that at Academic City, we don't see it as a 1-year sprint.
Okay.
It is a 4-year runway.
Come on.
So as soon as you come in first year, we give you the foundation. We teach you basic skills, and we have an assessment that we do so that you understand what your interests are, you understand how you are wired. We teach you how to write the CVs, basic cover letters, create a LinkedIn profile, just the foundation. Second year, we encourage you to undertake a project in your field, see whether you like it. Try and make some contacts in industry, right? And then in third year, there's compulsory internships because we want to bridge that gap of where employers say, oh, you need 1 to 2 years experience. We start giving you the experience.
By the time you are done, you got it.
Had it already. You have all your contacts. Then in final year, you do the mock interviews, you deepen the relationships that you have built. So by the end, by the time you finish Academic City 4 year, you're not just qualified, but you are a candidate that can be hired.
So at this point, I want to ignore Dr. Engman. Guys, let's have a chat, okay? Talk to me heart to heart. You know, sometimes you can have all the fine infrastructure, the environment looks good, and the experience is not the same. Talk to me. How was it? How's the experience in Academic City? Valedictorian.
No, they said ladies first.
How's the experience?
No, he was able to say 4.0 was that easy. He will go first.
You graduated 4.0.
4.0 consecutively for 8 semesters. He'll go first.
This guy. How many brains do you have? You have to rent one to some of us, you know. You have to talk to us. How's the experience? Were you always behind books in the library? How was life?
No, I really went to the library. It was a good experience for me because back in high school, because I took part in some of the quizzes, I didn't have a lot of time to do other things. But once I came to Academic City, I could balance my academics with doing other things. So as Dr. Engman said, I played football as I was in school. I was part of my school's league. And outside of that, I was able to make a lot of good friends and I was able to go out.
So you're playing football?
Yes.
And you're in the league?
Yes.
And you had friends?
Yes.
Yeah, valedictorian. Are you serious? Hey. So it was a holistic experience for you?
Yes, it was very holistic.
You enjoyed it?
Yes,
What's that one experience that is a great memory for you anytime you look back on your journey through Academic City?
Okay, I'm not to a lot of people this, but there was one time some of my friends and I went out to a club.
Okay.
And, well, I ended up sleeping, so I mean, I know that now that's not for me.
That was your first experience.
Yeah, my first and last.
And you slept. Mama talk to me. I'm shocked that he's valedictorian and he had time to go to a club and things like that. But yeah, how was the experience for you?
Well, good morning once again, and good morning to your listeners. Academic City was a 4-year runway. Literally,
I see you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did everything, actually. I walked into Academic City in my first year, and then I was like, oh, this is something I'd like to do, right? Because I was a biomedical engineer student, and I was a business person. I was
you were selling?
Yeah.
Or you're an entrepreneur?
And Entrepreneur.
It's one day.
I understand now. Yeah. So I did entrepreneurship. I was in a drama club, and one of the highlights of my 4 years was getting to host events. That was something I usually did.
You were emceeing events on campus.
Everywhere.
You were the go-to.
Yeah, that was one thing that I think stood out for me, because the leadership experience that came with Academic City and the confidence I was able to build over the 4 years.
Right.
Looking back, I think, yes, because I was looking for a school with a very good learning environment. And I wouldn't say the traditional universities don't give that, but when you look at Academic City, the skill of the learning environment and then the facilities available to you, you get one-on-one tutoring with teachers.
Right.
Biomed, we're just 6 in class.
Ooh.
So if I need something, I could go to my lecturer, I could tell, right? And then you have people like Dinabi there. If you have any problem, you head out to them and then you tell, oh, there's a point I got D. I'm not like him that got Talk. There are points I got D. And I was like, oh, guess what? I was a presidential scholar too. So I was thinking, okay, I'm about to get off my scholarship. And it was at that point, I was like, what do I do? Right? But you have places like the counseling center, you have places like the SCA, which is the Student and Community Affairs, and you have people you can just generally talk to and figure your way out.
So it's a challenging space, but it's supportive.
It is challenging, but it is supportive as well.
And it's a socially enriching space.
Environment.
Because you obviously are living with new friends, develop your leadership skills. Now you're the people person. I can clearly see you charm the audience when you're doing events on campus. That is really exciting. Academic City, you're doing something really, really cool. So some parents are listening with their students who just graduated from SHS and they are having options. They want to have the shack experience. They want to have, they have the valedictorians in their homes. Others have Mighty Kekeli Mamaga in their homes. They want to come to Academic City. What's the way? Show us.
Yeah, so admissions are open right now. When you go to our website, the admissions link is there. We also have admissions counselors on standby. Once you go to our website, we have 3 faculties with a lot of courses: business and communication arts. We have the faculty of engineering, and we have the faculty of computational sciences as well. Our phone number is also on our website. The link is on our website. Once you go there, you fill out the form. As soon as you are done, you have an admissions counselor reach out to you.
Right. So act.edu.gh is the website, and the number quickly is 053-101-2236. You have residential facilities.
Yes, we do.
Boarding facilities.
Yes, we do have. We have single occupancy rooms. We have double occupancy rooms. We have rooms with fans and rooms with AC, all on campus.
I've seen your hostel. It looks like a hotel, but I will shout.
Yes, some of the rooms are ensuite, but some are not ensuite. So depending on your pocket and what you prefer, you have.
And then, Mighty, you mentioned that you're a presidential scholar. Means there are scholarship opportunities too.
Yes, there are opportunities as well to help students pay for their tuition, housing. So presidential scholarships is actually a full package.
I see.
If you are smart as him, you are.
And you, of course. What's ahead of you? What's the plan?
Ahead of me, obviously my NSS for now, and then I'm looking into going to urban infrastructure.
Urban infrastructure. Exciting. What about you? Valedictorian. Did you have a nickname in school? Okay, I said
yes. Yes, you did. You did have a nickname.
Yeah, I did. You have to think about your nickname. Oh my God. What's your nickname? Or is that something you can say on radio?
Oh, I think I can.
Hey, tell me now.
I was Mr. Bevu.
Mr. Bevu, stubborn, hard guy. Look, it's been really fun interacting with you. Thank you for all you do. And I don't know whether you're listening. This week we were telling the government to do your roles for you.
Thank you very much for that.
Yes. Thank you. So when they finish, we'll come and do party.
And you bring the cake.
Yeah, we'll bring the cake. No, the cake will come before the road. Don't worry about that. But Academic City doing something obviously amazing. Dr. Abna Engman is the Dean of Students and Community Affairs. You had Mighty Kekeli Abla Amachiko. What's the meaning of Amachiko? You don't understand. You don't understand.
I understand.
Do you understand?
I understand.
Okay, when we finish, you tell me. Setonam Kokudere, valedictorian class of 2026. Thank you so much for visiting us. Bless you, bless you, bless you.
Thank you for having us.
Have a truly refreshing Friday.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
City 97.3. Accra.
The City 97.3.
And the National Identification Authority, NIA, wishes to inform the public and all institutions that the new law, LI 2523, has introduced important changes to how Ghana card identities are verified. Under the new requirements, biometric verification is now the principal means of confirming the identity of a Ghana card holder. Do not rely only on the photograph or physical appearance of the person presenting the Ghana card. Where biometric verification is required, you must use the NIA-approved biometric verification system. Carrying out verification through unauthorized copies or ocular inspection is an offense under LI 2523. It's punishable by penalties of 2,000 units, corporate body 1,000 units, for partnerships or other undertaking payable by each partner or responsible person. So if your institution or business or agency verifies identities, then take the next step on board onto the NIA's identity verification system platform. The transition period for institutions to onboard runs from 27 July to the 2nd of November. Institutions are encouraged to start compliance now. For more information, 0302 999 306. ID verification at nia.gov.gh is our email. NIA providing future solutions now.
And you belong to me.
So let's turn our attention to some of the messages you've been sending us with respect to our earlier conversations, Kaka.
Okay, this person says, good morning, family. I was angry when I heard the news item yesterday. The head must be sanctioned. What the heck? Didn't the head know she was a special needs child when they gave her admission? Wisdom from Gumwa Koti says, good morning, City CBS. The headmistress should be suspended and the two security men should be given 25 years prison term each with immediate effect. So, well, there's a process for that. Good morning, Caleb and team. I'm unable to describe my anger, especially towards the said headmistress of the school. She's disgusting, even more than the security guards. Anyway, I don't blame them at all. What at all is our gender ministry meant for? Judas Iscariot sent us that. And Robert in the UK says, good morning, Caleb and team. Did Akoto say he's happy with the formal and informal report this issue should be reported to the police, period. Why are we cutting corners in such things? I think he was referring to the procedure for the students who may find themselves in such ordeals to report.
Yes.
The idea of the informal is to create a sort of what's the word, Sky? A sort
It's
of
actually-
casual space where they will feel comfortable with a third party and talk freely about what has happened. And then, of course, there's the formal. We can scroll up if there are more
And
messages.
Robert, really, what he was trying to say, that he was happy that we get the opportunity to delve into some of these issues as they've been.
The reason for that
for
structure
a
is
long
that
time.
if you look at the Children's Act, the Juvenile Justice Act, you look at the Criminal Procedure Act as well. As an adult in that position, when you become aware of a child having suffered as a victim of sexual offense or some other, your duty is to report it to the police. But first of all, the system provides a safe space for that conversation to happen. Because if the child doesn't feel she's within a safe space or he is within a safe space, he or she will not disclose to anybody that, oh, this is what I'm going through.
That's true.
So that space is created for that to happen.
True.
Admittedly, it also applies to other people who may also be at the receiving end of maybe a child who is adventurous or something like that. You understand?
Right.
Because if you read the guidelines, it is not only applicable strictly to matters involving school children. In some cases, it may be teacher to teacher, or teacher to a caterer or some other person within the school environment. Yeah, please go on.
I think that's all the messages we have. So essentially, that has been the conversation. And people who are in positions of responsibility must make sure that they protect the young people. You meet a lot of people who are grown, they are adults, but some of these childhood traumas stay with them throughout their lifetime.
I think the heads of these institutions, I think the GES, first of all, may have to even consider holding a crash course, for all the headmasters and headmistresses of these schools on what their duties are, what the law says regarding these matters. I don't know whether they've printed the guidelines, have made the guidelines available to the various school heads, because if the lady in charge of the school had read the document, I'm not sure she would have,
And ironically, she referenced the sanction to the GS guideline.
Okay.
That's what is
There's a
ironic.
section that was in there.
So
She didn't quote any section, but she just made reference to it that it's in accordance with conduct expected by the GES.
That's just completely on.
But yeah, I would like to back his call that the Ghana Education Service and the Ministry of Education have to begin some kind of campaign to clamp down on sexual violence against children, especially in schools. And it starts with the point of educating those who have the responsibility of taking these children in their custody. They need to be properly educated about the GES guideline on sexual misconduct in schools, as well as the relevant laws, the Children's Act, the Juvenile Justice Act, the Criminal Offences Procedure Act, Act 30, so that when these things happen, and you see, the education must not simply be to just communicate. And I think the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection must lead this in order that we protect our children. We need to get these heads of schools to understand. So it's not just giving them the instructions or the guidelines and expecting them to
just run
follow,
with it.
but having some kind of accountability mechanism where they will learn appreciate what is in their practice set and be able to report on it, how they have used it in situations that will come up. So I think much is expected of the Gender Ministry and the Education Ministry, as well as the Ghana Education
And
Service.
I want to say that, some of us are available, of course, our time permitting. We deal with quite a number of things on a daily basis, but in special cases where the opportunity presents itself, we should be able to provide some lecturing assistance in this particular area.
and then also to the kids. Every now and then you get invitations, but time doesn't allow you. But those that you can honor, you honor. But this is a very important matter, and I hope that the Ministry of Education and, of course, Gender, Children and Social Protection will create the space so that we can do some of this, the education. Because, in essence, there are 3 different offenses under our criminal, law: rape, defilement, and indecent assault. Rape, it doesn't come in when it involves a child who is below 16. Anything below that is defilement. But of course, you can also engage in indecent adults in those indecent assault in those cases. So that education needs to be provided, and I hope the Ministry of Education and Social Protection people would take it up. And also, if you read the report quickly, the document that the guidelines. If you read the introduction, Charlie, a study conducted by Japan 2010 revealed that 92% of female secondary school students interviewed in Kumasi in the Ashanti region had experienced some form of sexual harassment during their school term. 92%. And if you read further, there are a number of other areas that are mentioned. And then there's
an instance where a teacher was caught having defiling a student in the staff common room.
It's a menace. And the guy who is the teacher, Armstrong, is it or no? They have some name. The guy who was
in the
violating the science lab. As we speak, have we found him? Somehow we have not found him. So it's a serious matter. A teacher cannot say that the student
consented to
sometimes they say the student or she what's the word, with the guy who
seduced
the
teacher,
that's right.
In his defense
she was
seduced.
It's an invalid defense. You can't go and plead that anywhere. So teachers must know, and I hope NAGRAT will take this matter up again. Invite people who know to come and brief them on what they are supposed to do in those circumstances. Because this guideline, again, empowers teachers like that to make the appropriate report to the appropriate institution, and those matters can be dealt with.
Thank you very much.
Oh, Eja Onyame, Wamba.
It's a good place to draw the curtains on the show, but we are not done. We have so much more for you on this network. You know how we do it. Relevant Radio always. Branch in the city. Now you're caught. Keep your dial right here. Have a blessed Friday. Enjoy.
City 97.3.